ìran ọmọ Yorùbá ọlọ́pọlọ pípé ọ̀mọ̀wé ń bẹ àgbẹ̀ ń bẹ iṣẹ́ ọnà ń bẹ kákónimọ́ra
ìran ọmọ Yorùbá ni
kápọ́nilé káyẹ́ni sí
iṣẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá ni
ká sọ̀rọ̀ tútù tó yọbi lápò
ọmọ Yorùbá ló ní
òwe ìbáwí
ọmọ Yorùbá ló pa
òwe ìkìlọ̀
ọmọ Yorùbá ló pa
òwe ìwúrí
ọmọ Yorùbá ló pa
lọ́rọ̀ bá sọnù
òwe la fi wá
àkàlò èdè ń kọ́
ọmọ Yorùbá ló lò
ibi gíga
ibi gíga gíga lọ́mọ Yorùbá yóò máa lọ ibi gíga gíga lẹ́tí máa rọ́mọ Yorùbá ibi gíga gíga lẹ́tí máa rọ́mọ tuntun wá ẹ ò ní rí wa nílẹ̀ ẹ ò ní rí wa lẹ́yìn ibi gíga lọ́mọ Yorùbá yóò
Adéwálé fún wa ibi gíga dàǹkọ́jọ́ 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 ibi gíga dàǹkọ́ṣù bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o iwájú iwájú lójúgun ń gbé òkè níjọ òkè 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 lọ.
Orílẹ̀-èdè ni a dúró, torí ìyà yìí ti pọ̀jù. Odùduwà Republic a dúró, òmìnira adé. Orílẹ̀-èdè ni a dúró, torí ìyà yìí ti pọ̀jù. Odùduwà Republic a dúró, òmìnira adé. Òmìnira adé o, ìyà yìí ti pọ̀jù fún wa. Orílẹ̀-èdè mi á dúró, òmìnira adé. Orílẹ̀-èdè mi á dúró, torí ìyà yìí ti pọ̀jù. Odùduwà Republic á dúró, òmìnira adé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kó lè ṣe iṣẹ́. Odùduwà ó dúró, Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn fìdí múlẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó lè ṣe iṣẹ́. Odùduwà ó dúró, Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn fìdí múlẹ̀. Orílẹ̀-èdè mi á dúró, torí ìyà yìí ti pọ̀jù. Odùduwà Republic á dúró, òmìnira adé. Torí bí wọ́n wá lọ́lọ́gún ọdún o, ọjọ́ kan ló tó ń bá. Ìyà tó jọmọ fọjọ́ pípẹ́, bí ọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ ṣíwọ́ lẹ́yìn ọmọ. Orílẹ̀-èdè mi á dúró, torí ìyà yìí ti pọ̀jù. Odùduwà Republic á dúró, òmìnira adé. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà àti gbogbo aláàtò tí ó wà ní ìdí gbígbé àṣà àti ìṣe ọmọ kóòtù òjìrèbí lárugẹ. Ní pàápàá jùlọ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí à ń rí àti ní abẹ́lẹ̀ kí orílẹ̀-èdè Odùduwà ìyẹn Odùduwà Republic lè dúró. Ẹ ṣeun gan ni ọlọ́dún tó mọ àrè á dìyí mú. Àwọn alálẹ̀ á kí yín lẹ́yìn. Olódùmarè á gbé gbogbo àṣẹ tẹ̀dùmarè. Ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo wa fi ọwọ́ sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú gbígbé orílẹ̀-èdè Odùduwà kalẹ̀. Orílẹ̀-èdè Odùduwà ní ìrètí tí a ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìran Yorùbá láti dé ibi tí ọkàn wa ń fẹ́. Bí a bá wo ìyà tí ó ti ń jẹ àwa ìran Yorùbá bọ̀ látẹ̀yìn, a ó rí wípé ìyà yìí pọ̀ tó bẹ́ẹ̀ sí à ń gbé ìgbé ayé ẹrú ní orílẹ̀-èdè tí a pè ní tiwa. Kò sí àǹfààní tí ó péye láti dé ibi àṣẹ ní orílẹ̀-èdè tí a pè ní tiwa yìí. Ikú ìyà, ikú ẹ̀sín, ìpakúpa òtítọ́ inú ṣe iṣẹ́ rẹ̀. Ǹjẹ́ ó wá dára kí ọmọ ẹlẹ́ran kí ó máa jẹgun? Ṣé ó dára bí kí ọmọ aláṣọ kí ó máa wọ àkísà? Ǹjẹ́ ó sunwọ̀n kí ọmọ onílé kí ó máa gbé ẹ̀yìn odi? Ẹ jẹ́ kí a rò ó kí a má bàa fi ohun tí a fẹ́ jẹ bà ohun tí a fẹ́ jẹ jẹ́. Kí a má tara.
Torí àsìkò ká má gbára wa ní àsìkò púpọ̀ torí pé ká bá ń wo àwọn tó wà ní Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n ń bá wa ká lọ lórí ètò bí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ ń wòye data tí wọ́n ń jẹ ní every week tí a dẹ̀ ra data fún wọn a mọ̀ pé àwa tí a wà ní ìlú òyìnbó ọpẹ́ ni ká máa dúpẹ́ Ọlọ́run tẹ̀ fún wa láyè pé a sí nínú the same contraction pẹ̀lú àwọn èèyàn wa tó wà nílé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa a lè má mọ àǹfààní àti ìgbádùn tá à ń jẹ lẹ́yìn odi ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà ló ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún un torí pé kò ń ṣe ọ̀fẹ́ àwọn tó wà nílé náà tán bá ríṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ tí industry wà tí kò ń ṣe pé apá kan ló fì sí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọn náà wọ́n ní máa béèrè owó lọ́wọ́ yín ṣe rí gbogbo àwa tá à ń fowó ránṣẹ́ sí wọn tá à ń support wọn lọ́tún lósì nítorí pé bó ṣe rí lọ́hùn náà ni ó wù àwọn náà pé kán má béèrè lọ́wọ́ wa ó wù wọ́n pé káwọn gan máa fi ránṣẹ́ sí wa bàbá rántí pé back in the days I'm talking about in the 70s going into the 80s I know because at least I heard it from my own mom that they were literally sending food items they were sending money to the diaspora ẹ ti gbàgbéjọ́ náà lọ́hùn ni a very good evening and welcome to the broadcast. Today is the 15th of 11th, which is November 2021. There will be so many background noise. You know that we are operating from the house. So, and as a family man, which you all know, that there will always be the noise at the background, and there's nothing we can do about that. So if you are somebody that probably wants a program where you will not get those kind of noise, you will definitely don't want to sit down to enjoy the program. But if you're somebody that also understand that we are working in the midst of our family here and our family back home, we are already at niwon lara tó pọ̀. Mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwa tá à ń ṣètò ní gbogbo àgbáyé à ń ní àwọn family wa lára ni, so that we can get the message back to people on the other side of the globe. Máa rí tẹ́lòmíì bá ń ṣètò bá ọmọ mi fẹ́ tọ̀ o ọmọ mi fẹ́ yàgbẹ́ o ẹlòmíì akọ̀rọ̀ máa ojúlọ́mọ máa fi máa bára wọn sọ̀rọ̀ nínú ilé àtọkọ àti ìyàwó. A dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo yín pátápátá. A very good evening fún àwọn back end team wa tó jẹ́ KOIKIMEDIA. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá láǹfààní lẹ́ǹkọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ máa bá wa ra data. Ẹ bá ra data yẹn bóyá MTN ní Glo ní. Lára àwọn tó wà nílé a lè máa sọ fún wọn pé a ní díẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ta lè fi ràn yín lọ́wọ́. Nítorí pé àwọn tó wà nílé a mọ àwọn tó yẹ pé wọ́n ń follow wa. Kò ń ṣe pé èèyàn kankan máa dé láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kan a ní òun náà fi gba data. No. At least láti ìgbà tá a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní last year, we have an idea. Those that are constant listeners, listen not just on this platform. They go all over different platforms because olúkálukú ló ń ṣe different program. Bọ́ bá kúrò níbí báyìí, wá lọ sípò míì. Bọ́ bá kúrò níbẹ̀ yẹn, wá lọ sípò míì. So bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ní data tẹ́lẹ̀ máa fún wọn, ẹ fún wọn. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ó rọrùn náà ni, táwọn náà ní access sí unlimited. Unlimited ni wọ́n ṣe wá bá mi ṣe ti tẹ́lẹ̀ mi lénìí ni. Ẹ jẹ́ n polówó ẹ̀. Kò ń ṣọ̀fẹ́. We are not getting it for free. But the advantage is I have unlimited internet in the house. Tí bá dẹ̀ wo gbogbo device ta connect mọ́, at least níbi tẹ́mi jókòó sí báyìí nísìn ní agbègbè ní báyìí, at least I have about 1, 2, 3, 4 pẹ̀lú fóònù mi lókè ó di mẹ́fà 1, 2, 3, 4 ó di márùn-ún. Àwọn ọmọ náà ní ó di 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at least 15 device ló connect mọ́ internet tó fi operate nínú ilé bá ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe connect ní ìní ni kò dẹ̀ sọ́gbọ́n ẹ̀ kódà àwọn tó wá connect á tún máa sọ fún yín pé tí speed yẹn bá lọ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀. These are the benefits that we are talking about when we want to get a country that belongs to us, not the one they are talking about. I want you to look at the headline or the topic that we are discussing this evening. Kódà mo ò fi jáde tẹ́lẹ̀. I was thinking maybe I should just leave it to tomorrow. But sometimes, because it's a built-in. I didn't have a program this afternoon. So adẹ́gbà tẹ́ pé mo ti miss nǹkankan. Nigeria has literally made our people at home not to even understand the right from the wrong. Ẹlòmíì tá a bá sọ pé A ni a máa sọ fún ẹ pé Z ni. It's not their fault. Imagine if somebody in Nigeria have access to the same internet that I have now in my house. I'm talking about more than 15 different devices. No connect mọ́. Títí kan printer. Our printer in the house is Wi-Fi. Kò ṣe pé a fi ń dẹ́nu, a fi ń ṣe ṣàkàrà. No. Tí bá fẹ́ print níbi báyìí tí mo jókòó nísìn, màá send the signal sí printer yẹn. Ó dẹ̀ máa print kùkùkùkùkù á dẹ̀ gbé jáde. The electricity is not free. Àti sanwó iná lẹ́nìí, àti sanwó gas. It's not free, but it is available so that we can make use of it. Àìmọye àwọn tó lówó nílé, they are still paying for a service. Ẹ̀rí bàbá kan, Ọlọ́run ló ní wọ̀ gbé. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń ṣe àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ máa rántí pé àwọn tó wá ṣiṣẹ́ ládùúgbò yín, àwọn NEPA yẹn náà, ẹ ṣàánú wọn. I saw the video and èmi tèmi kan ṣe kìkìkì. Ṣẹ́rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe yọ kúrò lórí ládà yẹn. Tó bá lọ forí gbá, á kọ̀ kú dànù ni. And at the end of the day, ẹ kò dá problem sí family tiẹ̀ ni. Òun ṣòun lẹ fẹ́ bá wí. Fáṣọlá tẹ sọ pé ó máa ṣe náà fún yín. Ẹ gbọ́ pé Fáṣọlá ní kámẹ́rà tóun rí ní. Kí la tó rí gbọ́? Ọmọ kékeré ó ti mọ̀ pé tí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì bá ti ṣiṣẹ́. What happened? You can't do what? Ọmọ kékeré nínú ilé tí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì yẹn bá ṣe ṣúkúṣúkú báyìí kò ń ṣe tí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì tó rẹ̀ mọ̀ wọ́n bá ti ń play àwọn géèmù lórí iPad. Ọmọ kékeré ó ti ní iPad òun kọ́ ló ní but ó ti mọ bó ṣe ń operate ọmọ kékeré nínú ilé. Àgbàlagbà wà Nàìjíríà nísìn kò mọ bó ṣe ń operate ẹni tìgbà tó yẹ pé pálásà tọ̀nà sọ́bẹ̀ ni tọ̀nà ẹ̀mọ̀ àwọn fọ́ọ̀n tó ń pè ní tọ̀nà sọ́bẹ̀. Wọ́n ti fìyà jẹ àwọn èèyàn títí nílé, ó jẹ́ ká máa kàánú wọn ni. So a máa wá ṣe sùúrù pẹ̀lú wọn nílé because wọ́n ti fìyà jẹ èèyàn nílé. Ọmọ kékeré tó wà nínú ilé ó ti ń mọ bó ṣe ń operate iPad ẹ bá ti gbé fún báyìí ó mọ ibi tó máa lọ lórí ẹ̀, ó mọ tó fẹ́ ṣe. Kàmáì tí wàá sọ àwọn ọmọ 15 àwọn ọmọ 14 nígbà tó wá ṣe íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì mi lénìí engineer yẹn wá ń sọ fún mi pé nígbà tó ṣàlàyé fún mi mo ní má yọrọ ẹlẹ́nu aláwọn ọmọ nílé tó lè sort it out. But because those at home in the southeast, even in the northern part of the country, they've kept everybody in the cooler and they've actually closed it and they put ice water on it. Ice water tó yẹ kẹ́ máa mú, politician gbé yín sínú cooler, ó yọ ice water, ó yọ block yẹn kúrò, ó wá cover, ó wá gbé block lé lórí. Do you imagine that? This is what they've done for the last 61 years of that contraction you call Nigeria. And some people are already drumming, talking about 2023. How do you know there will be 2023? Even our pastor,
this is 2021. Some people are already getting ready to kill themselves over 2023. And they don't even know whether there will be 2023. They don't even know if there is 2023, whether they will still be around. There's nobody here who can say for sure that we will still be around by tomorrow. Nobody. It is God who determines who will still be around by 2023. Somebody said to me, sir, who do you think should be president in 2023? I said, president of where? He said,
let me pause it there. I love that bit. Somebody was asking me, who do you think is going to be the president of Nigeria? And he said, president of where? Let me say it loud and clear. It's not a threat. Nigeria is shaking. It's shaking. It doesn't matter which side of the coin you are holding. The country is not going to hold together anymore because we are actually enlightening people about their rights. The engineer that came to my house today, after telling him about the problem in Nigeria, he knows that definitely there will be war. That was the first thing he said to me. And he knew that the reason why we are going through the same problem is why they are going through the same problem in India and Pakistan. Because it's from that region. It's from that region. It's from that region. And that is why we are saying that for those of you at home Whether you love APC so much, whether you love PDP so much, whether you love any of the political party, the guarantee of 2023 is still shaking, extremely shaking, because all the stakeholders in the country are aware that some groups of people, it's not about me, it's not about Yoruba nation, it's not about Biafra. Everybody in the country understand that there is a situation in the country that needs to be looked into, and we cannot hide it anymore. Nígbà kan, they might not be able to tell us because they were in control of the media. We have now got a different media, which is called the social media. Lai Mohammed cannot stop what I'm doing. He might be able to control the one in Nigeria. Lai Mohammed cannot stop any other platform from doing what they are doing. Let's continue with what the Father in the Lord has to say.
President of Nigeria, how are you sure there will be Nigeria in 2023?
How are you sure you, the members of Redeemed Christian Church of God, the member of the Celestial Church of God, the member of Pentecost, the member of Catholic Church, the member of Asalatu Kinikon, Ansarudin, Nawarudin, Nasarudin, Kinikon Din, how do you all know that there will be 2023? You didn't want to believe us before. Nígbà tí Koiki sọ ní last year, ó ranjú ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa sọ nìyẹn. Wọ́n ní bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ó máa ń ranjú ṣáá ni. Ogun lòun máa ń gbé wá. Èmi mọ̀ pa máa jà ni. Because Hausa ò fẹ́ jẹ́ ká lọ, Fulani ò fẹ́ jẹ́ ká lọ. And if truly we want to go, there is going to be a problem. And that problem is not going to be me that will start it. It will erupt itself. How it's going to erupt is still coming. Epa, groundnut, 5 naira, ó ti di 50 naira. Basic things that people used to have and eat. Epa, 5 naira, it has become 50 naira. And you say, it's people are getting boiled every day. People are getting upset. Did you find it? Eh? People are getting upset every day. And it's just a matter of time before it explodes. Comrade Victor Taiwo, Comrade, Amazon, so that people can go and read it. You did not want to believe KOIKIMEDIA. You did not want to believe all the other media that was saying that there will not be 2023. You were looking at my own context of 2023 with the war. But what you do not understand is even Pastor G.O. Adeboye and said, who is telling you that there will be 2023? Okay, you know. You should know better. Abi, you know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation. Now. Ultimate pé tí bá ti jókòó báyìí ọ̀rọ̀ Yoruba Nation ni. Ṣé wọ́n sọ fáwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ nílé? So when people at home are still playing, they think that it's a joke. At least people know what Pastor Adeboye have said. He has more than millions of followers around the world. So if they have refused to listen to KOIKIMEDIA and all other media, he has actually said that who is telling you that there will be 2023? Maybe the vision has actually arrived into his face and is now coming out to say it. But when I was saying it, because I'm not Pastor Adeboye, I am not all these big pastor, I am not all these big sheikh. Ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ràn sáwọn sheikh lẹ́nu, sheikh lẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ sí lẹ́nu, ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ sí sheikh lẹ́nu, sheikh tó mọ̀ pé ìyà ń jẹ yín. Sheikh tó yẹ pé inú air condition ló máa sùn tó bá ṣe wáàsí tán tó ṣe kúlúwà Allahu ahad Allahu samad àwọnú yàrá lọ á sùn sínú air condition. Ìwọ tó ń bá sọ kúlúwà Allahu yẹn inú ooru nìwọ máa sùn tílẹ̀ máa fi mọ́. Kódà tí emergency bá dé wá bẹ́ẹ̀, there is tendency that you would die before the morning break. You would die because you can't go out in the middle of the night. Tí Nàìjíríà tí 9 o'clock bá ti lù tó ti lọ bí 12, ìwọ náà ti mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ gbé wiri ló wà níta. But tí 12 bá lù nílùú òyìnbó, àwọn èèyàn ṣe ń change, wọ́n lọ síbi iṣẹ́. Ìyà máa jẹ pálásà sí yín lára ká tó dé Yorùbá Nation. Kò ń ṣe pé ìyà máa jẹ pápápá sí yín lára because you have been told lies. The pastor will pray for you. There's no doubt about that. Prayer, èmi ò lè jókòó síbẹ̀ kí n sọ fàdúrà ọgbà pẹ̀lú gbogbo tí mi ti ń forí rọ́ tí mo kí wọ́n á jókòó sí bíbà lórí jí mo jókòó sí ìpínlẹ̀ àdúrà àgbà. No, but what I'm saying is, tàbá ṣàdúrà, is there a way where you can go and say that industry is there for you to get to work? tí wọ́n bá tẹ̀ wá ní opportunity pé àdúrà yẹn lọ ó fì báyìí ìwọ wá ríṣẹ́, does that mean that all the Nigerians have a job? Ní 21st century àwa ń rí ẹsẹ̀ ó yẹ kó sínú báàgì wọ́n wá ń béèrè pé orí ẹni ìdá orí wọ́n ti gé orí ó ní orí ẹ̀ wà nínú ilé kí ló fẹ́ fi ṣe kí ló ń lé wa káàkiri a máa kú níjọ́ kan náà. Aliko Dangote brother just died on Sunday with all their wealth. Whoa, save me. With all the wealth that they have, is the vice president of Aliko Dangote Group of Industry. When we say Aliko Dangote, you know, he died. Iná nílá nínú nílò jù. Ó ti lọ nìyẹn. Gbogbo wàhálà tó dá sílẹ̀ lẹ́sìn Nàìjíríà náà ṣì láṣìwà. Ó bẹ́tà káwa tètè tó bá tẹ̀ máa kú. Ó bẹ́tà kó kú sínú ìlú tó dáa. Don't even think of dying in a contraction for Nigeria. Then ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa ń sọ pé kò yé yín. It's not that we are moving Nigeria from anywhere. The name ló máa change. Àwa la ní boundary wa. Ṣẹ́rí gbogbo àwọn politician yẹn ẹ̀ ń ṣeré ni. Kí ni mo sọ? Ẹ̀ ń ṣeré ni. 2023 yẹn ó ń súnmọ́ báyìí. Gbogbo àwọn máa gbóná máa fìfìfìfì ni. Because you have told people lies for millions of years, millions of days, millions of months. All the necessary things that is meant to be known, you have refused to do. I'm going to go back to January this year. What Jonathan said regarding this amalgamation and also regarding how this country is meant to move forward or disintegrate. Let's go back to what Jonathan said in January. I just come across that article. So when you look at Jonathan now, these are people that have stolen wealth. It was under Jonathan that people were buying bra. Besia, Tony jewelry gidi lára. Besia, bra, tobìnrin wọ̀ sára. What 10 million? Kini kan $1 million? Kini kan £1 million? Because àní mo níyàn kan tó ń bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́. Ó sọ fún mi pé ó kàn ṣì vault ni. And people will be they are fighting for you, PDP. Kò ní dá fún gbogbo wọn pátápátá. Àwọn olórí burúkú. Mad people all over the place. Pastor Gio Adeboye, I've literally told you now that 2023, let me rewind that for you. Maybe you did. Lè sọ pé ò gbọ́. Ẹni tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ ọjọ́, ó ti gbọ́. Pé ò gbọ́ yẹn ló pa. You might disagree with the way Koiki speak. There's no doubt about it. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like me. I don't even want you to like me. But what I'm saying is humanity must be saved from the crime against atrocity, the genocide happening in the Southeast, and every crime that has been taking place. We must end that impunity. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Let's go back and rewind it a little bit.
Somebody said to me, sir, who do you think should be president in 2023? I said, president of where?
I love that bit. Somebody says, sir, who do you think is going to be president in 2023? So who is telling you that there will be 2023? Ó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú code. Bàbá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú code. Ó wá kó ọlọ́gbọ́n kó gbọ́. A country where everywhere, as I speak to you now, in Yoruba land, in the southeast, in the north, has become darkness. Darkness. Láti 8 o'clock. The time in UK now is exactly 13 minutes past. Ó dẹ̀ ti jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Well, 12 minutes past 7 p.m. Nigeria, ẹ̀yin wà 1 hour ahead. Ẹ wá ń gbé nígbé ayé tó ti wò ń gbọ́ wo TV lánàá. Wo ẹ kú iṣẹ́. I love when you go out on the street. Ohun àwa náà káwa náà máa rán àwọn ọmọ wa lọ, but you know KOIKIMEDIA, àwọn ọmọ wa láti make sure pé we don't put your life in danger. Pé wọ́n tẹ̀ ń bá wa káàkiri yẹn, ó yẹ ká máa fún wọn ní nǹkan dáadáa ni ká máa tọ́jú wọn. Àwọn tó wà lọ́ndà, èmi ò mọ̀ àwọn platform bí o, but àwọn tó wà lọ́ndà Koiki, because everybody knows that our platform is a platform that is of interest to the United our federal government. So what TV I was watching yesterday, I hope I can get that clips. I'm sure some of you must have watched it. One be and one interview here. I'll see if I can find it as we go into the program. One be one. Tibari Loba. Let me play this one and see if I can go and find it. Tibari. Oh, Sharit King of Eti Egbo. Oh, dájú pé kémi fẹnu ara mi solo. But ibi tá ń lọ gangan mo ti lọ síbẹ̀. Kí ni Jonathan sọ ní January? Òun ni mo fẹ́ mú wá padà sí. Kí ni Ìwóbodò? You know Ìwóbodò. Kí ló sọ lẹ́ni? Nigeria is shaking. Kí ni Yakubu Dogara sọ? I was watching my brother yesterday, Ijile Marcus, àwọn ti Turkey. He talked about it yesterday, but tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá gbọ́ lọ́dọ̀ tiẹ̀, èmi ẹgbọ́n níbí báyìí. We are all going to be telling you the same thing. Bá ṣe máa present ẹ̀ ló máa yàtọ̀. Àní gbogbo wa nílé àti lóko àtàwátàwà nílé gbogbo wa máa gbọ́ pé ṣe 2023 a gbọ́dọ̀ fún láyè. Tá a bá ti fún láyè, then ó bẹ́tà kí gbogbo wa ká má tẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ kí má fẹnu mi tí sàn kàn mí. We must not even allow it. Rigorous campaign must start from January. Rigorous campaign in every local government in Yoruba land to tell them that 2023 ò gbọ́dọ̀ wáyé. Every part of Yoruba land, wọ́n gbọ́yàn sí níbẹ̀, a máa jáde, a máa lọ máa sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé 2023 is no. Enough is enough. The constitution is a fraud and we must not go with it anymore. Let's go on with this.
It's the president of Nigeria. How are you sure there will be Nigeria in 2023?
Then, how are you sure?
How are you sure?
How are you
Can
sure?
you swear?
Can you swear?
I pray there will be, so don't misquote me. But are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
Are you sure? Are you sure? Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. And if some of you are waiting for America, people, I love America so much. I've never been there. But I've to my sponsor one next year. Please, contact me. Ẹ fi àyè sílẹ̀ fẹ́ mi, tẹ́mi bá wá, kódà fi bá máa lo 5 days, màá gbé àwọn èèyàn káàkiri so that kọ́ lè rí sójú intẹ́yìn ò lè ráyè lọ ṣe because you guys are working tirelessly. Ẹ wá ẹ sponsor mi ká lọ Canada, ká lọ America. Yes, iṣẹ́ media nìyẹn. A ti fi London wọ̀n bóyá wọ̀ like London kí n wá sí America èmi pé yóò lè ṣe èmi lè ṣe ẹ kàn ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì fún mi èmi á máa bọ̀ níbẹ̀. Màá wà ní ibi tí máa dé sí. Gbogbo ọjọ́ tí bá ti ń jí lójoojúmọ́ títí lẹ̀ máa fi ṣú màmá gbé wọn káàkiri gbogbo Amẹ́ríkà ẹ wo bó ṣe rí o 2023 a gbọ́dọ̀ fún láyé tá bá ti fún láyé gbogbo wa ti fail nìyẹn àti gbogbo WhatsApp group o àti different organizations if 2023 hold we have all failed not KOIKIMEDIA ẹ má rò pé KOIKIMEDIA nìkan ló máa fail every single sons and daughters of Yoruba land has failed should 2023 hold in Nigeria we have failed so tá bá rò pé 2023 bá lọ hold Koiki lè máa mú responsible lè make me responsible because I have triggered everything within your mind it is now entirely up to you to process it èmi ní nǹkan tẹ́mi fẹ́ ṣe ó wà nínú brain mi báyìí ìwọ náà láti ní nǹkan tí ìwọ náà fẹ́ ṣe in tẹ́mi fẹ́ ṣe àìnú ẹ̀ lájọ wà yìí nísìnyí making sure that I do not get tired I love when people call me and they say Koiki kò gbọdọ̀ sún ẹ mo ní sú mi. I might be, look, let me say this. I might be losing the financial aspect of my life. It's nothing. Ẹ rò pé mi náà like owó ni. Ta ló máa tó like owó. But it's about the future that we are looking at. We are looking at the future. And that means from January, we must start a rigorous campaign. Tó bá fẹ́ wù ìjọba kókó gbogbo sójà àti army jáde. Tó bá wù àwọn gbogbo àwọn governors wa kó sọ fún wa pé kò possible. Ibi tí gbogbo ẹ̀ máa ti fọ́n yányán nìyẹn. Táwọn bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ campaign àwa náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ campaign nìyẹn any campaign of PDP APC Yoruba campaign must also be triggered it doesn't matter the same day tó bá máa ṣe campaign làwa náà máa ṣe campaign tó bá náà ń ṣe convention àwa náà fẹ́ ṣe convention ibi tí gbogbo ẹ̀ máa ti fọ́ lójú nìyẹn. Once again a very good evening. Mo ṣe fẹ́ wá wo TV ẹni o wọ́n dẹ̀ ní oríṣiríṣi mo á lè sọ èyí tí mo wá wò lánàá yẹn tó ń ṣe interview fáwọn èèyàn lórí títì má ṣe o náà kọ́ dẹ̀ ṣe lánàá ni mistake gan ni mo ṣe mọ̀ okay ó dà kóun lè lé 16 billion loan mo ti rí.
Did you know that you can make money from YouTube within the next 6 hours with a brand new...
advert yẹn ti pọ̀ jù anyway bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ti ń rówó nìyẹn. Now ma fast forwarded I just want you to hear the reactions of some Nigerians back home. Wo TV ẹ kú iṣẹ́. Let's go to it. Mo ti rí video yẹn. He has a headline as well. 16 billion. Buhari just keep borrowing money. Dead or alive. It doesn't matter to me anyway. Let's hear some of what
for Nigeria in-house, within ourselves, and that's very bad.
What do you think will be the end result of these borrowings by Buhari's government?
More debts. There will be more debts because I heard from source that like if they that the amounts that each persons in Nigeria is owing. That is not something that we can actually pay in a very long time.
Because some of them are watching Mayegun, whether they disagree with Mayegun, some of them are watching all this program that we are doing. For him to say he has heard from somewhere, maybe from Simon Ekpa, all hail Biafra. If you want to hold Nnamdi Kanu and then you are talking about negotiation, you kidnap him from Kenya, you hold Igboho in Benin Republic. Let's continue.
So there will be more debts. That's the end product. That's the end result of the borrowing, the continuous borrowing. There will be more debts. That even unborn generations will have to be the ones sorting it out.
What are the disadvantages associated with this continuous borrowing?
Disadvantages associated with it is the fact that in our own peculiar situation, whereby there's corruption and money is going into few pockets, the monies won't be used for capital projects that actually touches the masses. So it's a very bad situation for us, because even America is a debtor. They have I remember somewhere I heard that they have huge debts on their own, but their own monies that they borrow and everything, they use it for capital projects that affects lives of Americans. So
àwọn tí mọ̀ pé America máa ń yáwó wọ́n máa fi ṣe tó máa better fún aráàlú, but it is only Nigeria that they borrow money and they are making a train to Niger. Èmi ò mọ̀ tó fẹ́ máa lọ gbé ní. Do we have anybody that wants to go and live in Niger? Ìjà aláwọn tó fẹ́ lọ gbé ní Niger. Why is Rotimi Amechi, the 419, making a train into Niger when every part of Yoruba land, every road is being destroyed by Dangote truck?
But on our own peculiar situation, whereby there is a lot of corruption everywhere, from the top to the bottom, we have a situation whereby you just hear in the news that certain amounts have been borrowed, and then the money just goes into few pockets, and then we don't see the effect of the borrowed money, and that is very bad for our own peculiar, because countries borrow is a sign that there is lack of funds out there. But then borrowed money should be used for capital projects like roads, industries, stuff that will generate money, that won't make us dependent on borrowing. So we can actually make, at the point in time, we'll stop borrowing and then we'll start making money from our own factories, industries, and people will be...
These are the aspirations. My pastor over there, they know the right thing, that this is what they're meant to do. Borrow money, bring industry, but at the end of the day, we know it is not going to happen. You know why? Because they are not planning for some of these youth. Age to 25 years old. He knows that when you borrow money, you do capital project, you put industry, but all that is just what they've been telling his great-grandfather. Is that not the same thing they told everybody? Is that not the same thing? Now, okay, that part in the
we shouldn't fail as citizens too.
Kí ni èrò yín nípa yíyáwó tí ìjọba Buhari ń yá?
Èrò wa pẹ̀lú owó tí Buhari yá yẹn kò dáa rárá, torí bó ṣe ń ya tó ń ya kò dọ́dọ̀ wa. Ẹ̀yin náà wò mú ewu ọmọ kékeré ara mi tí mò ń gbọ́ kadà. Ṣé ṣọ́kà ló yẹ kí n máa gùn? Ọmọ Buhari nìsín kò sí Nàìjíríà.
Ṣé rí pé àwọn boys yìí wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwa ló wá kù sí lọ́wọ́ bí bá lọ bá rọmọ yìí nísìnyí pé ìjọ ti gbọ́ nípa Yorùbá nation, pẹ̀lú pé n tó sọ lẹ́nu yìí ìyá mọ̀ pé n tó lọ́pọlọ lórí ni. Kò sọ́mọ Yorùbá kan tí Ọlọ́run ò fi ẹ̀bùn sí lára. Ó ní ọmọ Buhari ò sí ní Nàìjíríà. Ó ní Buhari yáwó ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ gbádùn ẹ̀. Mo rẹ́rìn mo fẹ́ wo TV, ẹ túbọ̀ máa bá wa jáde. Ẹ mọ̀ pé yìí ní access, ẹ lè máa káàkiri. Ẹ bá wa máa jáde máa lọ bèèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn pé ǹjẹ́ fẹ́ 2023 ká máa gbọ́ opinion àwọn èèyàn. Let's continue with the video. A sì ń lọ síbi tí mo ní mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí immediately after this video clips. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Orúkọ tèmi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì, tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí KOIKIMEDIA. 15th of November 2021, live transmission as we speak right now is just coming up to 23 minutes past 7 p.m.
Ó ti wà lásẹ̀ kan tí ẹ wò owó tó yá yẹn gan àríkókò ibi tó ń lọ sí. Ó kàn ìyàwó yẹn ní oúnjẹ gbèsè lórí gbèsè. Ẹ wò kó má yàwó mọ́. Tó bá ti lè yàwó Nàìjíríà ní distrust nìyẹn. Ìfẹ́ tó wà, ìfẹ́ yìí tó ṣe ó pọ̀, ó pa everybody rárá pọ̀. Ó pa wá rárá pọ̀. Ẹ̀yin náà wò ẹ̀fọ́ nísìn, ẹ̀fọ́ kan bí a 20 naira là ń rà tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. Nísìn ó ti di 200.
Now, báwo ni ẹ̀fọ́ tí yóò ń jẹ ẹ̀fọ́ tó yẹ pé ó ní gbogbo nǹkan lára ẹ̀fọ́ ti wá di 200 naira láti 20 naira. Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ jí. Ìdí tẹ́fọ́ ṣe di 200 naira ni pé ẹ̀fọ́ tó yẹ kó gbìn lórí ilẹ̀ wa àwọn Fúlàní wọ́n ti da màálù síbẹ̀ wọ́n ti jẹ. And Buhari dẹ̀ ń support wọn. Ẹ̀fọ́ vegetable has now become 200 naira. It was selling at 20 naira according to this young man. This video was produced probably maybe yesterday because I only watched it as well yesterday. Thank you very much, Wo TV. So, tá bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ tá ń sọ̀rọ̀ bọ̀, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé, ẹ̀fọ́ 20 naira, ó ti di 200 naira. Have you ever asked the reason why a vegetable that is 20 naira has now become 200 naira? How many percentage nìyẹn? Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mọ̀ maths, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mọ̀ further maths. Ẹ sáré fún mi ní breakdown. What is the percentage of 200 naira from 20 naira? Percentage mélòó nìyẹn? And is that a lie? Food is meant to be the cheapest thing. Now we cannot grow vegetable inside Nigeria. We can no longer grow vegetable inside the Yoruba land. Ní Ìbàdàn, ní Ọ̀yọ́ state, ní Ogun state. Àtẹ̀mọ̀ pé Lagos ò nílẹ̀ púpọ̀. But what about all the other states like Ondo state, Kwara state, Kogi state, where we should be planting vegetable? Ó jẹ́ kó máa export ẹ̀ wá sí ìlú òyìnbó ni. Àwọn tó wà nílé ò tí ì rówó jẹ. And you know why? Because they destroy every part of the sector that will supply the vegetable to me in the United Kingdom. Rather, one route example, me. Thank you very much, Yoruba Nation. That is 80%. Thank you very much. 9% increase. Ẹ̀fọ́ jíjẹ, ẹ̀fọ́ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ó ti wá lọ by 80%. And you are telling me the country is not going to collapse before 2023. Let me put it back again. Ẹ lè má gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ṣe wọlé dé. Ẹja túbọ̀ nǹkan tó sọ níbí báyìí.
Ó pa ara pọ̀ ẹ̀yin náà wò ẹ̀fọ́ nísìn ẹ̀fọ́ kan bí a 20 naira ń rà tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ nísìn ó ti di 200 kí n tó pa 200 naira láti sìn máa gbọ́kà láti Sábó Déméfiẹ̀ 200.
Ó tún ṣe analysis mo like ọmọ yìí ó ní kóun tó pa 200 naira òun á gbẹ́jọ́ ní ọ̀kadà yẹn láti ibìkan sí ibìkan. My question now is it the kind of life that me and you that have enjoyed a better life in Europe and those at home that knows the right thing, we must now all stand up and say enough is enough. We do not want to be part of Nigeria anymore. It is actually depressing. It is actually making our people to go into abject poverty. People are going to commit more suicide. People are going to die, and we don't want that to happen. And we must do everything. Ṣẹ́ni gbogbo ẹ̀yin different groups, ẹ̀yin global directorate, ẹ̀yin ìlànà, ẹ̀yin kìnnìkan, tó bá máa fi di January tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá roll out campaign gidi, gbogbo yín pátápátá, a máa fire yín ni, a ti hold for too long. A máa fire gbogbo yín pátápátá ni, orí ètò ni mo wà, òun lẹ́ ń gbọ́ lálẹ́ yìí. Tó bá di January tá a bá rí any changes in less than 453 days or less than that ní election bọ̀. Gbogbo yín pátápátá làwọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fire. I am independent. Ẹ gbọ́ ṣé gé ọ̀rọ̀. Èèyàn náà ń ra ẹ̀fọ́ yẹn ní 20 naira. Ó wá di 200 naira. Àwa wá ń ta yín, à ń ṣeré. Àti ìlànà, àti YOM, àti YOV, àti kìíní kan. Ẹgbẹ́ wa sùn lọ káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé. Àárín kankan fẹ́ fi ṣe. Tó bá di January, ẹ má lọ sit tight dáadáa. Ẹ gbọ́ wíníwíní. Ẹ gbọ́ wíníwíní látọ̀dọ̀ mi. Ẹ jẹ́ kó di January. Mo ti bá yín de tíkúlà ni, a bá yín tọ́jú ẹ̀ ni. Because we must not allow 2023 to hold. And it is the responsibility of every single one of us, including KOIKIMEDIA. Ẹ wá ń bára yín jà, à ń jà níbí, à ń jà lọ́hùn, à ń ṣe kíní kan. Èèyàn náà ń ra ẹ̀fọ́ ní 20 naira. Ó wá di, ṣé tó bá máa fi di 2023, ǹjẹ́ ẹ̀fọ́ yóò ti ní lọ sí 500 naira? Enough is enough. Kẹ lọ fún aláàkáùnt, ẹ refuse láti fún aláàkáùnt. Ká ṣe the right thing, a lè ṣe àwọn ọmọ nǹkan ti pè mí lálẹ́ nísìn. Gbogbo tó ní is 5,000 naira. Ìrìn àjò tó fẹ́ rìn yẹn, ìrìn àjò tó dání. Àwọn tá a mọ̀ ní kò ń ṣe àwọn tá a mọ̀. Gbogbo tó ní is 5,000 naira. Ó yẹ bó ṣe pè mí yẹn nísìn, ó yẹ kí n gbé fóònù kí n sọ pé ẹ connect pẹ̀lú ẹni báyìí, ẹ connect pẹ̀lú àwọn strategic command center kọ́ fún yín ní 5,000 naira yẹn kẹ máa bá ń tẹ̀ ń bá lọ. And I'm sure bó ṣe ń pè mí náà ló ń pe àwọn other people bẹ́ẹ̀. And these are not pé àwọn tó fẹ́ 419. No, we are talking about people that are working tirelessly on the ground. Ẹlòmíì kàn fẹ́ ránjẹ sílé fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó ready láti ṣiṣẹ́ Yorùbá for the next 2 months kó wọnú gbó lọ gbogbo tẹ́ bá ní kó lọ ṣe. But tẹ́ni tí kò tí fowó oúnjẹ ọbẹ̀ sílẹ̀ àbẹ́ mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tẹ́ ń ránṣẹ́ yẹn gbogbo wọn náà ti níyàwó nílé wọ́n ti bímọ sílé nínú ìyà náà ni gbogbo wa ń bímọ sínú ilé àbẹ́ ẹni tó tóun àti girlfriend ẹ̀ tọ́jọ́ ń kira wọn mọ́nu yàrá kò ní dín kan kò ní doyún. Enough is enough. Let's continue.
ojú ọ̀nà tún dá wàhálà ó ti pọ̀ jù.
Ó ní ojú ọ̀nà ti dá inú ojú ọ̀nà yẹn ló máa l'accident tó bá gbé dé hospital ó máa kú síbẹ̀ ni because kò tí ì pawó tó wẹ̀ náà tó máa fi tọ́jú ẹ̀. Àwa wá ń ṣe lẹ́yẹ̀mẹ̀yà à ń try but from January we must start telling the world that enough is enough.
ẹni ó ti ó para gan tí ń ṣe.
Once again, a very good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching. Let's continue.
lọ́dọ̀ tèmi o láì dí àlọ́dọ̀ tèmi o gbogbo owó tó ti ń yá láti ẹjọ́ yìí .1 ibo náà kó sí.
Gbogbo owó tó ti ń yá láti ẹjọ́ yìí .1 ẹrù pọ́nmọ́ yóò lórí ẹrù kórí òpè ni. No, ṣe ẹrù pẹ́ tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí because ẹ̀ ń wò báyìí ẹrù kórí òpè ẹrù pé kò mọ tó ń ṣe. He knows what he's doing. Àwa wá ń ta yín à ń ṣe Zoom meeting àjọpọ̀ síbẹ̀ 6 hours 8 hours 10 hours. End result àníri. Àwa ń bára wa jà àwa tó yẹ ká di Voltron ta ló ti wo Voltron rí Voltron máa ń join mọ́ra wọn ni lóòtítọ́ Voltron lè já àmú láìkì fíìmù yẹn ṣé mo sì lè rí ṣá ẹ jẹ́ máa gbá ilé lọ kí sáré wo orí YouTube.
.2 kó má yàwó mọ́ kó má bí ó bá tẹ ìyàwó bí ó bá yàwó á mọ̀ pé àjẹ gbèsè gbogbo tó kù ní ìsìn ká mọ ogun balance tó kù ká mọ mítà ńlọ ká mọ mítà dé ẹni bá ṣe wáyé.
ṣẹ́rí tó ń pè ní Voltron àwọn ọmọ wa kọ̀ọ̀kan lè má mọ̀ mo láìkẹ̀ nígbà tí mo wà ní kékeré mo ti rí ó wà lórí YouTube Voltron they work single-handedly but tó bá dé stage kan tí wàhálà yẹn bá fẹ́ pọ̀ jù ẹ̀mí ara wọn lọ what do? They will join and become one force by January gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ pátápátá let's join to become one force even if it's gonna be for 1 year ká fi destroy gbogbo tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà. Let's watch it quickly. I do not own the copyright to it. You will come to join together now. Gbogbo ẹjọ́ tó ń ròyìn kọ́lá need. Gbogbo ìlú àti ìjọba ti fẹ́ join lélẹ̀. Ibi tó máa ti join yẹn mo fẹ́ jẹ́ ká rí. Because ẹlòmíì ò rí rí ẹlòmíì ò wó rí. Gbogbo ìwádìí tó ti máa join together ni. Now let's come back again to this other interview. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà síbí.
Everybody clear ni o.
Everybody clear ni o.
Wọ́n sùn pa ni o.
Kí ni èrò yín nípa yíyáwó tí ìjọba Buhari ń yá kiri?
Ẹ ṣé. Nǹkan tí mo kàn rí sọ sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ni pé ìjọba Buhari tó ń yáwó ó ń yáwó lérí ọ̀rọ̀ ìlú ìjọba tó ṣe àti pé gbèsè pọ̀ ńlẹ̀. Ayáwó lè ní ayáwó lọ́la kókó owó yẹn gan àmọ́ kókó nǹkan tí owó yẹn ń bá lọ. Ṣé ti yẹn? Ṣùgbọ́n àmọ̀ràn mi fún ìjọba ni pé wọ́n bá fi ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yáwó sílẹ̀. Ohun tó wà ńlẹ̀ báyìí tó yẹ kí ìjọba mójútó ojú pé bí ìlú ṣe máa ṣẹ́tù tí oúnjẹ máa wálẹ̀ tẹ́bì ti máa wálẹ̀ torí nǹkan ó ti wọ́n jù lásìkò táwa yóò. Nǹkan wọ́n gan kò dẹ̀ sí owó lọ́wọ́ everybody ó ń kálukú gira ni. So mo máa rọ ìjọba Buhari kí wọ́n jọ̀ọ́ kí wọ́n bá wa wá nǹkan ṣe sí ọrọ̀ ajé tó ń lọ sókè lójoojúmọ́ yìí kí wọ́n bá wa dẹ̀ wálẹ̀ torí ara ni aráàlú lọ́pọ̀ ara ni aráàlú gan abẹ̀ wọ́n torí Ọlọ́run ọjọ́ wọ́n bá wa wá nǹkan ṣe sí.
Kí ni ẹ rò pé ó máa jẹ́ ìparí gbogbo ìyàwó tó ń yá yìí?
We are still live on the YouTube. Ẹ ràn pé in tá à ń lò yẹn your stream has been temporarily blocked because we detected copyright and audio video. Òun ló fà fún ti YouTube yẹn, so that's fine. Anyway, let's continue with the broadcast and now let's come back right here. There may be a constitutional crisis in Nigeria. We're still on YouTube. Ẹ mọ̀ pé fídíò tá a play yẹn, ẹ mọ̀ pé fídíò yẹn lágbára gan. Fídíò yẹn lágbára, mẹ́sẹ̀gì ló fún àwa náà nìyẹn. Votron. Àwọn tó bá wò ló máa mọ̀. Mo ti ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ fún gbogbo wa nísìn. And that was why YouTube was playing a little bit, you know, as at that time. So one violation ni because it's not meant for us. But we are back on. I can see that we are still back on. Anyway, let's continue with the program. Now, mo fẹ́ máa fi àwọn headline yẹn wọ̀nyí lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan. Àwa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sáré ṣe analysis gbogbo ẹ̀ within the next 1 hour, and then we can bring the broadcast to an end before 9 o'clock. There may be constitutional crisis if Nigeria fails to restructure before 2023. Igboho warns. Today is 15th of November 2021. I hope you are all following this program. Now, tábà lọ wo ohun tí Jonathan sọ ní January ọdún yìí ní 2020 ní January 22nd. Restructuring. Jonathan disagree with Igboho and Adebanjo and Jega. Point tó lò níbẹ̀ máa ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ fún yín. Once again, a very good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching the broadcast. Now, this one says, ìyí tí Baba Adebanjo tó ṣe release lélẹ̀, right? Now, coming here, Dogara, the former House of Rep Speaker, insecurity, mass killing seems like a new normal in Nigeria. Killing people in Nigeria now has become normal. People get killed every day. So when people get killed, nobody talks about it. Nobody's concerned about it. Nobody worries about it. It has become normal. In Yoruba. Now, we now know that last year, the Ninas issued what we call constitutional force majeure. So I'm going to quickly go first with the Jonathan one, so that I want us to now listen to what Jonathan says based on not the restructuring. Ẹ má fetí kọ́ restructuring tí mo mention yẹn kọ́ ni mo fẹ́ ká lò nínú conversation yìí. Ó láwọn kankan tí Jonathan ń sọ because he has become part of the system that still wants to keep one Nigeria. Ibi tí mo fẹ́ ká lò gangan nìyẹn. So let me quickly read it out. Kò ní pẹ́. Let me see if I can increase the front a little bit. Fáwọn tó bá wà lórí big screen nínú ilé wọn kó lè bá láǹfààní àti máa kà dáadáa. Now it goes like this. This was in January. Take note the date at the time here. A máa fàyè sílẹ̀ fún pípé maybe by 8 o'clock. Láǹfààní by the time I should have been able to complete all this presentation to an extent, and we're going to allow phone call as well to come through. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ kankan tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. The former president, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, that was nígbà yẹn wọ́n ní yesterday, deferred with the immediate past president, the general of Ohaize, Indigo, John Igboho, and Afenifere chieftains Ayo Adebanjo, and the former chairman of Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Aitairu Jega, over the restructuring of the country. While Jonathan said Nigeria can't be restructured without first tackling challenges that polarize the country, such as tribalism and nepotism. My question is, why must we even wait before then? Because we know that we have been, there's been nepotism, there's been tribalism. Adebanjo and Jega insisted it remained the only way out of the country's myriad social and economic political problems. Jonathan continued. Jonathan, in his opening remark as chairman of Daily Trust 18 Dialogue in Abuja, níjọ́ tó ṣe event yìí ní January 22 ní ọdún yìí, said the restructuring of Nigeria into 12 states by Yakubu Gowon at the outset of the civil war was to protect it from disintegration. So rí ọkàn rẹ̀ ìdí tí Yakubu Gowon tó ṣe fún wa ní 12 states was to make sure that what protect Nigeria from disintegration, and that same protection is almost coming to an end now. It has to come to an end. Let's continue. He said Nigerians have intensified the calls for restructuring because the federal system of the governance handed to the country by British could no longer accommodate the complexity of the nation. So it is not even about the restructuring anymore. We are talking about the indigenous people of the land that wants to control their resources, wants to control everything without being part of a name that was put together by British. Every single one of them knows that British put this together. So pé wọ́n mọ reason tá a ṣe fẹ́ Yorùbá nation is all lies. All your governors, all your senators, every single one of them knows the reason why we are demanding for Yoruba nation. It is because, according to Jonathan here, British could no longer, the federal system of the governance handed to us by British could no longer accommodate the complexity. So why then must we continue to hold Nigeria together? If that complexity is still there, whether it's restructured or it's not restructured. Now, I want you to listen to this particular side very well. This is what Jonathan says. The former president said he believed that the amalgamation of the northern and the southern Nigeria was not the problem. This is the way these people are thinking. And this is the way almost all the Nigerian politicians that are corrupt, that are eating part of Nigeria are thinking. This is where I want us to hold properly. So when we are saying that the Yoruba politicians are not getting involved, the Igbo politicians are not getting involved, because this is the way they are thinking, including the people from the northern part of the country and àtàwọn tó wá láti the middle belt. You might not have seen this before, or you must have seen it because ó ti pẹ́. This article was in January. Èmi náà by chance ni ọ̀tọ̀ ni article tí mò ń kà. I was literally reading this article and it was showing me another one that Jonathan talked about. And I read it and I'm like, wow. So Jonathan is telling me that he believes that the amalgamation tí àwa ń pariwo lé lórí of northern now and the southern Nigeria was not the problem. So what is the problem? So what is the problem? Kí ni problem yẹn gangan? I want us to hold this part very, very well. Again, the former president said he believes òun nígbàgbọ́ pé the 1914 amalgamation tí British join wa together is not the problem of Nigeria, but a divisive politics that had greatly affected the nation unity. Do you understand what he's saying? That Jonathan, a PhD guy, a PhD, is telling us that the northern and the southern Nigeria put together in 1914 is not the problem. So, Taban pariwo pé àwọn government wa ọ̀dá sí, they are also thinking in this direction. Now, let's go forward. Jonathan, who asked Nigerians to first restructure their mind, only ká kọ́kọ́ lọ restructure agbárí wa, noted that restructuring alone might not address all the challenges. Òun tẹ̀ tó agree pẹ̀lú restructure. Jonathan does not even agree with the restructuring of the country. He's telling me, OLAYOMI KOIKI, and every single one of you watching now, that you should first go and restructure your mind before you can even talking about anything restructuring. What an interesting politicians. These myopic people are thinking that we are stupid. He said, within the 6th decade, in 60 years, our political space has assumed many colorations. We have gone from 12 regions àti wá di 36 states, and we have now got 774 failed local government. 36 states that cannot pay salary, that are paying half salary. Some are not even paying salary. They will work for 6 months. They will get paid for 1 month. They will work for 1 year. They will get paid for 4 months. That is the 36 states that they've created for every Nigerian. That is the state that they've created for me and you, because he is happy that we have gone from 12 regions to what if we in Lagos State, what if we in Ogun State, what if we in Ekiti State, what if we in Osun State, and making all the few politicians to continue to maneuver around a failed 1999 constitution that the same Fulani have created, but giving loophole to some of the Yoruba politicians to contest in election. Contest in election, forget about what Koiki is talking about. We still have 36 states. At least you can say you can become your governor. They will be telling the people at home, ìwọ náà máa ìrọ́tọ̀ máa pa fún gbogbo àwọn tó wà lábẹ́ wọn nìyẹn, àwọn bọ̀ìbọ̀ì tó wà lábẹ́ wọn, pé tó bá yá, ìwọ náà from local government chairman, àlọ́ fi ẹ́ jẹ House of Rep. House of Rep maybe for another 30 years. This is what they've been doing. This is what every politicians in Nigeria have said that, we have coloration. We are so happy. We are very happy people. We now have 36 states. You can become your governor in your state. You can contest to be a governor by being a registered political party. These are all the lies they've cooked for everybody. These are all the lies that they've told everybody. Let's continue. Yet, according to Jonathan, in January was this article. Yet, all that do not seem to have provided the answer to the questions of the administrative structure of our country, how best it should be governed. As president, I had the privilege of celebrating. Ẹ máa gbọ́ nǹkan tí Jonathan sọ. Ó ní inú òun dùn láti celebrate the nation golden jubilee in 2010 and the centenary of the amalgamation in 2014. That was when the amalgamation should have ended, in 2014. So now everybody, according to them as well, knows that 100 years expired in 2014, and yet they allowed it to continue because they've told the people at home that you can become a governor. Why not go and contest? But before you contest, you need to go and see Tinubu. Let Tinubu sign it. Before you become the House of Rep in Ikorodu, you need one pepper ti kú ní sí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó wà lábẹ́ pepper wọ́n náà lé gbogbo wọn dà. Gbogbo àwọn tó wà lábẹ́ pẹ́pẹ́ tó wà ní Kòròdú ìyẹn ti kó ti fi problem lẹ̀. Àwọn family ẹ̀ ti jẹ́wó wọ́n yà ń tọ́jú gbogbo property wọ́n máa tọ́jú gbogbo ẹ̀. Àwọn ọmọ tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún pẹ́pẹ́ ẹni Kóìkì ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn tó bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún pẹ́pẹ́ kọ́ wá ní tí mo sọ yìí kọ́ wá disagree pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Kódà wọ́n ní wọ́n jẹ́ kọ́ wọnú kíní tó ṣe ní Èkó, kíní wọn tó ṣe recently ní Lagos State, kí ló ń pè what was it again? Remind me. Àwọn tí mo ń béèrè gan ni what? Wọ́n ní wọ́n jẹ́ kó wọlé. And this is what they're expecting you again in 2023, that you can become the governor, you can become a senator, you can become the House of Rep. Just join PDP, just join APC, just join AFGA party. At least you have 36 states to play with. And Jonathan says he was happy that he celebrated the nation golden jubilee. What stupid golden jubilee? Where the country does not have any advantage for Nigerians. Rather, in 2010, more Nigerians were traveling away from Nigeria when he was saying that he's celebrating the golden jubilee. And these are the people that we are listening to on a daily basis. I hope everybody is getting the message here. These are the way the politicians are thinking. Jonathan says he was happy to celebrate golden jubilee in 2010. But then also, he was part of the system that was celebrating the centenary of the same amalgamation that Lord Lugard joined us together. And this is continuation of it again. When we were to celebrate this milestone, some Nigerians saw our intention, arguing that the amalgamation was faulty. They insisted there were no reason to celebrate because they believed the amalgamation has not helped the growth of our country. Jonathan disagreed. This is what the Jonathan believed. My belief is that all nations have their unique history. So we must wait inside a unique history that was created by Britain in 1914 that has held us bondage from moving forward. Jonathan disagreed with that. He says we are unique. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni lórí irọ́. He says my belief is gbogbo àgbáyé gbogbo ìlú kọ̀ọ̀kan wọ́n ní unique history wọn. So unique history tàwa nísìnyí ó láti wà lábẹ́ Fúlàní. This is what they're telling you. In terms of when they were nílé that these are the kind of conversation. Àwọn boys tó bá lọ jókòó sábẹ́ Jonathan nísìnyí tọ́jọ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ nísìnyí nǹkan tó máa sọ fún wọn lélẹ́yìí. Our unique history is better. Olúkálùkù ló ní history tiẹ̀. Àwa náà ta ní history kò mean never worry. The unique history that the amalgamation is not the problem in my belief. Nígbà tó ti jẹ́wọ́ dáadáa, ológogoro. I'm just bringing this again because these are the same Jonathan you're probably going to start saying in the next couple of months, start saying to people, election 2023, but he doesn't know that election is very, very shaky in Nigeria. Let's continue quickly. As a country, according to Jonathan, we have our peculiar challenges, which is the Fulani that has held the bondage to everybody and should devise means of solving them. We cannot solve the problem because the problem that was created was first the problem. So solving the problem is not the issue. We must come out of that problem. We don't want to solve it. There's no need trying to solve the problem of Nigeria. You would die inside it and nobody will remember you. Go and look at everybody that have died in Nigeria that are celebrating, whether they are footballer, whether they are this and that. After some years, Nigeria forget about them because they are more concerned about the present stealing and making sure that myself and you do not have the same advantage like any other person in Nigeria. And that has been it. And now, let me go back again. As a country, we have our peculiar challenges and should devise the means of solving them, but we should not continue to tilt. Ó tilt bí ilé tó wó ní Ìkòyí. Àfi Ìgbìgì wọ́n nílé yẹn ti ń tilt sẹ́gbẹ̀sẹ́gbẹ̀. Wọ́n lọ ṣàdúrà lókè ẹ̀. Ilé yẹn ń lọ sẹ́gbẹ̀sẹ́gbẹ̀, ó ń lọ lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀, lẹ́gẹ́lẹ́gẹ́. Ó pọ̀ lọ bí sandwich ní àfi kòkò. Àtẹ̀ntóní àti gbogbo àwọn èèyàn. Gbogbo ẹ̀ bá rún bí ìgbà tí yàn da búrẹ́dì together. Tilt our plan on the amalgamation. My conviction is that discussion on restructuring will not help except ó tún padà sí pé aláàtìkọ́kọ́ lọ rè. Eléyìí ò tẹ̀ believe in restructuring. Ó ní akọ́kọ́ láti lọ restructure mind wa after they've damaged all the minds of millions of Nigerians. And this is probably what they're going to start playing out in the next couple of weeks, months, to millions of Nigerians. Once again, a very good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us. Let's continue quickly. How do we restructure to make sure that those things don't happen again? This shows restructuring alone may not solve all the anomalies in our system. I believe that restructuring for a better nation is good, but there are other fundamental issues we should also address. Why am I going back to this? Because this is part of what they're going to tell people as they're going into their own campaign for 2023. We cannot restructure in isolation without tackling the challenges that polarize our nation. These include nepotism, ethnic and religious differences, as well as lack of patriotism. How can you be patriotism in a country where the Fulani and the Hausa have become more than the Yorubas and the Igbo and the Middle Belt? The issues of tribe and religion have continued to limit our unity. Then let us break the shit whole country. Let me quickly go to what Igboho says. This one article came out today. There may be a constitutional crisis if Nigeria fails to restructure before 2023. We saw the Identifier said the same thing last week. The Igbo side have come out with their own as well today. This is what he has to say. Let me read it quickly and then we open the phone line. Proposed two models. Canvas adoption of the 2014 confab says we may part ways. According to this article that came out today, the immediate past president, remember Jonathan disagreed with this guy in January. Let's fast forward 11 months down the line. He has come back now to say, you don't restructure, forget about 2023. Just like the Afenifere have said, just like the pastor, G.O. Adeboye, Enoch, have also told us, who do you think is going to be the president? I said, which country? Nigeria. Are you sure there will be 2023? Are you sure? Are you sure? Thank you very much, Iyawa Tomilola Agnes, and everyone that have joined us, and all our top chat on YouTube as well, and every one of you that have continued to join us. We're going to bring the program to an end just before 9 o'clock, so we're going to open the phone line very, very soon. Now, I'm doing what they call comparison. Taba wanted Jonathan Sonny January, 11 months down the line, a lot has happened. Jonathan did not know that Buhari was going to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. Jonathan did not know that Afenifere will still say no restructuring, no 2023. The Igbo has come out as well to say the same thing. Nobody knows. Jonathan did not know that they will try to kill Chief Sunday Igboho, and more people will now say enough is enough. Jonathan do not know that ISIS that they've created is still coming into the country. Who is going to be the leader of Yoruba nation? Who is going to be the leader of Yoruba? It is you, Ibrahim. You want to They're asking, so because you want to know who is going to be the leader of Yoruba, so we must die inside Nigeria. What kind of question is that? Say what is a leader Yoruba? So that's if you are a true Yoruba son We're asking the question, who is going to be the leader of Yoruba? What kind of question is that? The immediate past president of the general on Manikima can comment, but sometimes you just have to pick one or two of them and just ask those questions. You know, leader Yoruba. The immediate past president, the general of Ohaise, Indigo, Chief Enea Iwobodo, has warned Onke Ikilo. Ẹ rántí orin tí máa ń pè ní gbogbo ìgbà yẹn, ìkìlọ̀ là ń ṣe fún yín, ẹ lè má fẹ́ gbọ́, ìkìlọ̀ ni. Whether you like it or not, ìkìlọ̀ ló ń pè é, ẹ jẹ́ n sáré lọ mú jáde, ìkìlọ̀ ni, Yorùbá song, ìkìlọ̀, à ń sọ fún yín, ẹ náà fẹ́ gbọ́, òun lélẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ àkọsáré lọ, kakọsáré jù fún yín kẹ̀kẹ́ àrígbọ̀, ìkìlọ̀ ni, à ń sọ fún yín, ẹ náà fẹ́ gbọ́, à ń fún yín ní ìkìlọ̀ nísìn, ẹ náà fẹ́ gbọ́, ó máa dàrú ni, ó máa dàrú bí ẹsẹ̀ télọ̀ ni, ẹ jẹ́ àsáré kọ̀ gbọ́ díẹ̀.
Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ ronú.
Àti sọ́kà bó ti pẹ́.
Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ ronú.
Àti sọ́kà bó ti pẹ́.
Àsìkò tẹ̀wá sí tó bá fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ṣe lọ.
Àjọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ bí kò
Àsìkò
dùn.
tẹ̀wá sí tó bá
Ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ bí kò dùn.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀tá bá dìjọ o.
Ìdílé wa bá ń gbé
Àsìkò tí tó tẹ̀lé tàbí àmà ìdàgbà.
àwọn amúnisìn lò.
Wọ́n ní sí mọ́tò àbábẹ́kọ̀dé. Ọmọ pẹ̀lú jẹ́bà lórí àdúgbò.
Ìkìlọ̀ ni.
Ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ọgbọ́n wọn nílò mi. Gbogbo Yorùbá tó bá gbọ́ mi lórílẹ̀
Ìkìlọ̀ là ń sọ fún yín
Igi
lójoojúmọ́.
gbọ́dọ̀ má fún mi lójú bó ṣe máa. Àtòkèrè ló yẹ kí olójú ti lọ. Láti kékeré láti pẹ̀kẹ́ ìlòkò tó bá yẹ. Ìbá ti dàgbà ó dájú pé pa òye. Ọmọ Yorùbá ṣẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi àbí kì í dákẹ́jẹ́.
Máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ Àbíkẹ́. Àbákẹ́.
Ọmọ Yorùbá ṣẹ̀ ń gbọ́ mi àbí kì í dákẹ́jẹ́.
Máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ Àbákẹ́. Àtúbọ̀ àkókò.
Kí ló dé táwọn Yorùbá fi fìyà jẹ wá? Ọmọ òpè tí mo fẹ́ forin fọ́ báyọ̀ gbà wáyé. Ìṣọ̀kan tí mo là ọmọ Yorùbá.
So let's quickly continue with that conversation as we continue into it as well. Iwobodo, àwọn náà ti sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Ó ní has warned that Nigeria might run into constitutional crisis. Constitutional crisis if it fails to restructure before 2023 general election, as some sections of the country might boycott the poll as a result of the growing dissatisfaction in the land. Àìmọye àwọn tó ń bínú sí Nàìjíríà. So èyí tẹ́ ń sọ pé tá a bá dìbò you don't know what is coming. Constitutional dysfunction, constitutional crisis. Let's continue. Once again, a very good evening. Iwobodo, who spoke while delivering a pre-convocation lecture marking the 27th and the 28th convocation of the Abia State University, Uturu, said that only restructuring could guarantee Nigerian continued unity. Even that one is too late because Buhari even said he's not going to restructure the kò ní gbọ́ ni màlúù ni. I love Buhari so much. Òun ló fẹ́ wá bá wa parí gbogbo ẹ̀ báyìí because kò ní gbọ́. Wọ́n wà ní South Africa nísìnyí, dead or alive. Ó kàn káàkiri bí ẹṣin oníwò ní mọ̀. Let's continue. We must do all we can to restructure the next election in 2023 because the level of dissatisfaction in the country, as evidenced by the #EndSARS protest, gives one the impression that any delay may lead to a mass boycott or disruption of the next election to the point that we may have more serious constitutional crisis of a nation without a government Iwobodo one. In your country, we are already in constitutional crisis. To go on record, because already Ninas, God bless them, have already told us about constitutional force majeure. If you don't know about it, you better go to Ninas and read everything back to back. Back to back. Last year, 16th of December, was when they issued that ultimatum of constitutional force majeure. And this year, it becomes 1 year. But already it has expired in August. So already, Nigeria is already in what they call constitutional crisis. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn tó ń yá Nàìjíríà lówó? The former information minister and the president hopeful insisted that Nigeria must restructure to give its component unit sovereignty or its natural resources. Sovereignty is what Ninas has always talked about. Our sovereignty, our lanile, our gongolani. You can see there, the sovereignty alliance. Ninas has used that continuously. So when you go and find out, what about Ninas, you will see they will talk about, this Nigerian Indigenous Nationality Alliance for Self-Determination. What is Ninas? Professor Akintoye is the co-chairman. Tony Nandi is the secretary of Ninas. To fully understand, we need to talk about the movement for No Nigeria, which is in alliance comprising of the Middle Belt Forum, Ilanoma Odua, the Lower Niger Congress. Although each group works separately in their bloc, they come together as MNN Alliance. It is the MNN Alliance that is the custodian of our strategy, the pathway for us to achieve self-determination and what they call independence. That is the freedom. And this is exactly what Iwobodo is talking here as well. The sovereignty unity component, our resources that is under Fulani Caliphate, under a fraudulent 1999 constitution that gives them 68 exclusive clauses, where it has literally hold us back to where we are as if we are still living in a dark age. Once again, a very good evening. We're almost there. We're going to open the phone line shortly. Now, let's go back here. And it says, to continue, he also stressed that the reason why the young boy is buying vegetable for 20 naira now that has gone to 200 naira is because we cannot go to the farm. He also stressed that the need to maintain Nigeria's secular configuration, give attention to agriculture and education, with an emphasis to renaissance digital orientation. Today, nobody have access to digital in that country. You know why? There's nothing you want to do that is digital without having internet. All the rural area does not have anything called internet. Can you take him upstairs? He's going to follow you. Once again, a very good evening and welcome. Let's continue. Domestic security. You cannot go to your village anymore. I spoke to somebody today and they've literally now, kind of relocate their family because they cannot guarantee the safety of their family anymore in Nigeria. If you have the means, you can do so. If you haven't got the means, prepare for whatever you can to defend yourself and your family from whatever might be an obstacle to them. Whatever and however you want to defend them is entirely up to you. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to come on the show and tell us. Just remember that the danger is coming whether we like it or not. Nigeria is already having crisis when it comes to the constitutional force majeure that we've been told. Good evening to you, my brother Michael Godwin. Good evening to everybody that have joined us. Domestic security must remain in the hands of the federating unit. The secularity of Nigeria state must be respected. These irreducible minimum conditions are not negotiable. And at the moment, we don't have any security anymore. The security. Thank you very much for your call this afternoon, Olabi Isheyi. I really appreciate the call. And those of you that continue to send us messages as well, and those of you that continue to watch all the program from this side and the other side. Can you take him upstairs? YouTube. Let me reduce into one of them. The former aviation minister warned that Nigerian disintegration was not unlikely if the above conditions were not met. So everybody knows. Disintegration is not what I've been talking about since last year. So when people are saying now that, hey, we are all going to eat breakfast. People think that we don't have family back home. You think we don't have family at home? We have family at home. If it does not happen, we will have, and love this saying, if all these things that he has talked about does not happen, we will have no alternative but to go our separate ways. If you thought you do gongon here, everybody might love their own separate ways. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's not working. Enough is enough. Let me quickly chip this in so that we can also know, and I saw these again on our brother's page, Majeure, and let's watch it together. Thank you very much to everyone that is working tirelessly. And then after this, we'll probably open the phone line. Let's watch this. Maybe you agree with this pastor. Maybe you disagree. I think this pastor, I don't know whether he's in Nigeria or maybe in Ghana. I think he's in Ghana. Bishop Samuel Mensah, President Gospel Church International, Ghana. Let's watch it together.
Look at our traditional leaders and the slave trade. We blame the whites for the slave trade we went through. We blame the whites that they offended us. They took us as slaves. But let's wait for a minute. Who sold the black man to the whites? Who sold the black man to the whites? Our own traditional leaders. The enemy is not outside. The enemy is within. If we are asking the Europeans to pacify us and also to apologize to us, our traditional leaders must be the first to apologize on behalf of their ancestors for the evil they have done against them.
Good evening to you, Walata. Good evening.
Their fellow blacks. Look at our attitude towards the environment and the destruction of our water bodies. All our river bodies have turned into dark brown. And you know what they said? In the next 20 years, if we don't stop this illegal mining, Ghana, we will import water to drink. Yet we don't care. And Chinese people, they will come from their country into our forest, destroy our forest, destroy our land, and illegally mine and damage our waters. How can they come if the traditional leaders didn't give them permission to do that? And in one instance, while they were dead, our military went there to protect them. Our own military that is supposed to protect us, rather protected the foreigners to destroy our water and destroy our forest. The enemy is not outside, the enemy is within. If you look at our own systems and structures in our country, we don't have a better system to improve the lives of people. Pastor, I was surprised when I read in China, they had a 10-year vision, and they said from 2011, their vision was that in 10 years from 2011, and 10 years from 2011 will be what year? This year, 2021, that they will raise over 20% of the people to become multi-millionaires. Now in 2021, they have 1.8 million Chinese who are multi-millionaires in China, and they are between the age of 40 to 50 years. Multi-millionaires. The government intentionally decided that they will make sure they will have 20% of the population multi-millionaires. They also agreed that they will make sure that they will lift up the poorest of the poor. And they lifted 100 million people from begging to live a better life. But in this country, in our country, we fight our own businessmen. Our government will fight our business people. When they know that your business is thriving, and they know that...
I want you to hold this point. Every diaspora bringing businesses to Nigeria, I will not make it difficult. You are bringing a 900,000 naira worth of 40-foot container from China. It arrived in Nigeria. How much are you paying to get it out? How much are you paying to transport it from the port to the next destination? Every Yoruba woman, every Yoruba man that is bringing business to Nigeria, who is making that business to collapse? Who is making that business not to flourish? Who is making that business to frustrate you? All the NGOs working in Nigeria that is coming from abroad, who is making it difficult? I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
If you are not sympathetic towards the running party or the ruling party, they will fight you, collapse your company, and make you poor. When in China...
And yet, they will make Dangote, BUA, give them all the preference. When Bubu is traveling, he calls Dangote with him. He takes BU with him. But when Chief Sunday Igboho, that is doing his business, Malamu went to bring out his bank statement from 2013 to 2021 and told Nigerians that we have been able to track him. We tracked him. We know the money is coming into his account from 2013. Even they said it was Baba Chief Sunday Igboho that delivered the letter that killed Delegiwa.
They want to make the people rich. In Africa, we want to make our own people poor. The enemy is not outside. The enemy is within. Look at our African leaders. how much they stole, the money they stole away. We are told in Gambia, Jamal Yaha, he stole 11 million US dollars from his own country, Gambia. Sani Abacha stole between 1 billion to 5 billion dollars out of Nigeria. Hosni Mubarak stole 17 million US dollars in 8 years. The enemy is not outside. The enemy to our own.
So when you are saying that we should go for 2023, you are just going to create more enemies to steal more money, to buy houses all over the world, make their family and their cronies. And what they want to want in the UK, don't only 10,000 pounds. Take what they need to do, rara. I bet money. There are some of their friends in America. They will just dash them $10,000. In the end, all these dancing senators. You all been collecting the money from them, some of you, and that's why you don't want Nigeria to break. You are thinking that we break Nigeria. Senator, the enemies continue to try to vote them again in 2023. They will become more richer and they will make more music like Dino, and they'll be dancing with their pot belly like Adeleke, and they'll be also getting new members like Chidele Momodu. And you all know that. When we are talking about 1999 constitution, we still have more members joining them. On which constitution they want to govern Nigeria? The same constitution that we are talking about, or the restructuring of Nigeria that even Jonathan that was there has literally disagreed with even the restructuring. Jonathan is telling you, first go and restructure your mind. That's what he's telling Nigerians.
All progress is within. Look at our presidents. The presidents who were fighting for our independence, what we did to them. In Togo, the man who fought for the independence of Togo, called Sylvanus Olympio. When Togo got independence, he decided that they will not use the French franc, the French CFA. They decided they will have their own Togo currency. And you know what? They used Iyadema to kill him and to get rid of him. When Olympians wanted to make Togo great, the enemy within, the Judas within, killed him. In Burkina Faso, the man who gave them independence, Maurice Yamego, was eliminated by his own people. When Thomas Sankara came, his own body group killed him and got rid of him. The enemy is not outside, the enemy is within. You look at our own country, Kwame Nkrumah started a new vision to develop Ghana, and who are...
I'm going to leave that. I'm sure you can go and watch the remaining on the mass burial page as well. So let me just, we're going to open the phone line +4475 9405079. I'm just going to go straight quickly. I'm just going to go briefly on this one. I'm sure you all know his face very well. He's the former speaker that lost in that election last year. Insecurity, mass killing seems like a new normal in Nigeria, according to Dogara. According to the former speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, has said Nigerians seems to have accepted mass killings in the country as the new normal. So Tabati Kwayon is saying, it's just normal thing. Let us move on. We are too many. This as he lamented that such killings no longer make headlines in the media, Otipoju, adding that the situation has created a feeling that nothing matters anymore. Dogara said this in a keynote address. Team, peace and development. There can never be peace. There can never be development in Nigeria. The enemy is within. The pragmatic approach delivered at a 2-day summit. All this summit is just nonsense because they're making money out of all this summit as well. Just giving money to the hotels and the conference center and pay a couple of guys and they come up with all this nonsense conversation. They all know that the country is all fraud. So the line is open. Please, can you get my phone upstairs, please, quickly? Thank you. I'm charging it upstairs. Sorry, thank you. The pragmatic approach delivered at a 2-day summit organized by the Sultan Macedo Institute for Peace and Development. There would never be peace. There would never be peace in that country called Nigeria because we are not one and we can never be one. According to him today, Nigeria is faced with unprecedented crisis. That crisis has just started. There's still more to come. So much that nothing in our history prepares us for such a time as this. We seem to have accepted killings and mass murder as our new normal, and so many cold-blooded murder of our brothers and sisters no longer make the headlines in the media. As students, lecturers, and political leaders, some of us are complicit, while the few who are there to speak up are already outraged. Fatigue and a surrender to fatalism, a feeling that nothing matters anymore. It is like Nigerians seem to be suffering from some kind of God-ordained, inelitable fate. What we have done before doesn't matter. All that matters is our present station, as long as we are not actively engaged in seeking solutions to these intraceable issues. We are actually witnessing, unwitnessing, blah, 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 is all lies. So let's open the phone line just for another 20 minutes or 25. Once again, this is what scares them all the time.
The love is too much. 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 Let's go.
Once again, like I said at the beginning of the program, we all have a work to do. I'm just playing my role from the media angle. With so many things. Okay, I think we have a few calls. Let me just quickly call them. I've been on phone here. Let's quickly take the calls because I'm not a woman and I'm not going to be in any competition. We're not running competition on this media. We are all working to make sure our message gets to the people, and I want to make sure Mayego, I'll be available to watch him live at 9 o'clock. So let's go quickly. Hello, my brother, all the way from United States of America. America. Go ahead. Hello? Is it there? Hello? I can't hear you. If it seems you are connecting all these devices with your car or something.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better.
Oh, much better. Okay. Oh, well, first of all,
thank you very much.
I appreciate the potential for the first time you want support KOIKIMEDIA. KOIKIMEDIA is a wonderful job. So, also for KOIKIMEDIA.
Thank you very much. Yes, go ahead, please.
Jonathan is a big fool. He's a fool because there is structure, moral sentiment, meaning that is structure individual. Is a big fool. See, Olivaja is the one who was court of law. Say, George, the man of the way, one appeal to moral sentiment to the law is structure minded. Abi, one Majeure. So the only way is to be restructure on connect in your sentiments to meet on the consequences. System, it's a system. So the court system, the police system, is not we should pay your so another thing to do so by complexity of like the complexity of who arise is separate to number one,
okay.
Like their complexity here who arise because language and also our Yoruba say the nation to Yoruba language Yoruba language and they add complexity to our situation or our reality here.
Okay.
Yeah. Another problem that I need federation the fraudulent federation want to create a constitution. So this particular one, most federation, you have to write the constitution before you create the federation. But the I want to create the federation fraudulently, personally, want to create constitution. So that's fraudulent. So I want to ask that complexity here. Jonathan will mention I'm sorry to say yes. Another thing, so the constitution will go right. Constitution to obey 68 items, who are restricted. So another layer of complexity here. Another layer of complexity anybody who make the law, who got the ability that you enforce that law. So Nina Jasi, our state no federate. State in making law, there are state laws. but federal government ló ní authority láti enforce state law. Another layer of complexity nìyẹn. State as a body tó ní its own legislature. Ó lè make it law ẹ̀. Àwọn ló yẹ kó máa enforce law ara wọn fúnra wọn. Wọ́n pé ní sí a lè enforce law wa fúnra wa ni ọmọ run into issue tí àwọn táwọn run into pẹ̀lú àwọn Fúlàní terrorists yẹn. But that's why that law create Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn láti bá enforce law yẹn because federal government terrorists ni wọ́n ọ̀bẹ enforce law because Fúlàní gangan ni wọ́n pa wá. Ẹgbẹ́ bí mo sọ, àbẹ́lá lẹ́yìn ọkọ̀ complexity ni sọ owó kan tí gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ náà tàn sọ lórí burúkú nígbà yẹn. Mi ò mọ bí ta ṣe rú àwọn èèyàn báyìí àgbákò yẹn rú àwọn èèyàn báyìí.
Àgbákò ìṣàṣẹ ló mọ.
Àgbákò ni
Oníkà kọ́kọ́ lọ restructure mind wa ná kàtẹ́ tó máa talk about restructuring gangan.
Consequences ló máa ń restructure èèyàn. Ẹ tó bá commit a crime, you go to jail. Tó bá pààyàn wá pa ẹ́. So those consequences, the system láti enforce ló máa prevent àwọn èèyàn láti má commit crime. Kò ṣe pé torí pé moral sentiment tó kè I'm good naturally. That's relative. Ẹjẹ́ ìdánwò sọ. System ló bá tó bá commit a crime system máa sọ pé okay ọlọ́pàá máa arrest ẹ. Tẹ bá overspeed ní London. Kámẹ́rà kò sí ẹ̀ ní pé police gan ti ẹ̀kọ́ ló máa tó wá torí ní síkẹ̀ kámẹ́rà ti take picture. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa send fire sílẹ̀ yín you have to pay the fine that's it. So nísìnyí wọ́n máa appeal to moral sentiment bíi pé.
Kọ́lọ́pàá jọ kó má bínú.
Kó má bínú tàbí pé òkè o èèyàn yẹn o tó bá ti rí bóyá speed limit jẹ́ 60 kó ní tàn wá sọ pé òkè bá ṣe 50 in the 60 but most people dey do 90 yẹn ló pé 100 so ẹ̀ ní appeal to sentiment of it because since morality is relative. You get? So system ló máa fẹ́ pé kò sí èèyàn kò system ló máa fẹ́ pé these are the rules that face that is set tó bá ti break the rule wọ́n máa send lọ sí jail. But Naija kò sí rule kò sí everybody respect anything. So one Nigeria ni problem the fundamental problem is that one Nigeria as a constitution.
Ẹ ṣe gan-an. All right.
So but anyway everybody. Please support KOIKIMEDIA.
Thank you very much, my brother.
KOIKIMEDIA is the biggest thing we have. Please support KOIKIMEDIA.
Thank you very much. Eshegan, my brother. Thank you. And yes, we need to upgrade, one of our system as much as, machine time Louis. I need that to push it up as we're going into January. It's going to be fire for fire. Massive campaign, rigorous campaign. I'm sure you know what it means when we talk about all the campaign. Plus 4475 9405079. There was an attack in United Kingdom. It has been classified as a terrorist attack. And I think, a man also died. So many things are happening in UK. They've also have to increase the threat level in United Kingdom. So, taban sọ fún yín pé UK tí àwọn kan ti gbọ́n wọ́n mọ̀ pé terrorists wà káàkiri. And what they're doing is they're going to make sure that, if you haven't heard about it, like I said, yesterday, there was a terrorist attack in United Kingdom, here in UK. I'll see if I can get the screen so that you can all have an opportunity. According to United Kingdom now, they've raised the bar of the threat level in UK. Yesterday in Liverpool Women's Hospital, an explosion happened. Threat level now has raised to severe. Let's go straight to one of our other brothers. I won't mention his name, but he's somewhere in the capital city. Hello, caller.
Hello, brother.
Oh, you're not let the increase it, please. A carbo. Okay. Oh, better there, but she drop down. But I'm going. That's fine. Thank you very much, Ohio Aderomu, my brother. Thank you very much. Africa Confidential, thank you for your super chat. And you said more power to you, brother. More power to you as well. I took by the Lord of my thank you very much, Africa Confidential. Ebo okay, Kia, lato dewa ni FCT long.
Yoruba kan lè tẹ̀lé lẹ́tọ̀ kọ́tẹ́lì ṣe yìí.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni sir.
Ọlọ́run ọba ló máa san yín lẹ́san.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ṣẹ́gun ní kọ́tẹ́lì ṣe mò ń ta táyà mo ṣe kó lábùjá ó ti lọ sí ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí. 2 weeks now. Mo ti kó lábùjá
Okay. Moment tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ sẹ́ẹ̀ mo gbogbo ẹni tó ń bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ àfẹ́ tó bá ṣẹ̀jẹ̀ new caller tí mo ní nọ́mbẹ̀ gbogbo nọ́mbà tó ń pè mí mo dẹ̀ ti kóòdù ẹ̀ so moment mo mọ bí tẹ́ ti ń pè yẹn mo ṣe dárúkọ yín mo ní ẹni tó ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ láti FCT bọ́ mo ò dárúkọ yín. Okay.
Because kò easy. Ìgbéyàwó kan tó ra ní tẹ́bá ní kí n fi lówó sí ilé mo fẹ́ fún yín. So ọlọ́run ọba nìkan ló máa san yín lẹ́san. Yorùbá gan lè san yín lẹ́san. Ẹ̀ka sọ̀rọ̀ wa. Ìwé Yorùbá wò ló fi pè é. Ọlọ́run ọba nìkan ló máa san yín lẹ́san. Ó máa bẹ̀ san àwọn ọmọ yín náà lẹ́san fún ìwọ́n tẹ̀ ṣe. Pẹ̀lú òkú ọlọ́run, wọ́n lè ṣe máa tẹ̀ wá lọ́wọ́. Ibi tí mo wà tí mo ti bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yìí gan-an mo ṣe wà yìí. Mo wà ní àárín Haúsá.
Àgbọ́yé.
Ṣé láwọn pípò yìí nítorí last week mo lọ sábìkà mo lọ lápìkà mo sáré wá. Ẹ̀sìn ìgbérí ẹ̀jẹ̀ ní nílò nínú ìgbìnà ní mo wà nínú ní ẹ̀. School, university wọn, IBB university.
Àgbọ́yé.
Àwọn kìdínápà lọ tẹ̀lé. Wọ́n ní ìbọn yẹn fọ́dà 2 hours.
Búlẹ̀tì wà lọ́wọ́ wọn kò ń ṣe kékeré. Búlẹ̀tì wà lọ́wọ́ wọn tó ti jí lọ́wọ́ Nigerian government tó ń supply wọn tó ń parọ́ fúnra wa.
Ìgbà tí wọ́n yìnbọn yẹn ní ọjọ́ àbẹ̀yà ọmọ ìlọ́bẹ̀ kìdínápà èyí wà. Lójú àfọ̀yà. Àwọn kíkọ́ àṣà yunifásitì. Ibi ló gba àwọn tó máa bá náà gbà. So those are good. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá kan sá wọn náà ṣe ìbọn pẹ̀lú wọn. Wọ́n mú Fúlàní kan balẹ̀. Fúlàní ni ọ̀pọ̀ Fúlàní. Ọ̀pọ̀ Fúlàní.
Pure one.
Wọ́n mú kan balẹ̀. Bàtọ́ mú kan balẹ̀ ni wọn. Àwọn tó kú ẹ̀ ṣe fàtúwálì. Ìdí táwọn àti ẹ̀ ṣe ìbọn bá ọ̀bọ̀ tó lọ ń ṣe ọ̀bọ̀ kan ń gbẹ̀rún ní bá
Ìyẹn ti fara kó ni.
Ìdí kẹta pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá iṣẹ́ gbọ́ mi bá.
Mo ń gbọ́ yín, à ń gbọ́ yín.
Ṣé ní kẹta pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá àwọn nọ́ọ̀sì ti fi lọ́kọ̀ sí wọ́tà.
Kò jáde ní under reportage ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ní nọ́ọ̀tì gan àìmọye atrocity tó ń lọ tí kò rí. Media houses wo ló fẹ́ lọ síbẹ̀ tó fẹ́ lọ gbà kú. Ìtọ́ bá rí náà tó bá kọ̀ jáde printing ní gbogbo à ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí.
Ṣé wọ́n pè sí ẹ̀gàn ju àwa lọ? Kó bẹ̀ táwọn ní pé torí pé Buhari wà lórí mo lè sọ̀rọ̀.
Okay.
The 3 days, 2 days ago now,
Yeah.
was on fight. I was talking about
Yoruba.
English.
Ẹ bá ṣe kíákíá so. gbogbo ẹ̀ ó máa rújú papọ̀ ni torí àsìkò ni so and we're just about some 15 minutes away yeah. Abuja. Oh yeah. All right, we'll get there. Story time. We'll get there. We'll get there, my brother. Sorry, I'm gonna let you go. I know you have a lot to say, and when people call, we want to make sure that they express their mind because that's the only time our opportunity. Láti ṣẹ́rí gbogbo kan wà lórí chest. Ṣẹ́rí báwa náà ṣe ń pọ̀ ẹ̀ jáde because àwọn alákànṣe program ni. Ẹ má bínú, but I think in the new year, I know where the problem is in terms of the connection between the phone and the system. So I think I saw a few things, especially when I was at Mayegun's place. So there's a lot that we will probably upgrade as we go into the new year so that we can stabilize all the conversation. And the most important thing is we want to make sure that so we will try and make sure that by January we will upgrade everything as much as we can do so as well. We'll still take maybe another few more calls, but just before 9 o'clock, like I said, we will bring the program to an end. From Niger State. So even getting for the Marimi Niger State, I should be able to have given him more than enough time, which I did. I think he spoke about almost 10 minutes. So we'll open the phone line again, +4475 9405097. If you want to join through the Skype, you can just find me on Skype, OLAYOMI KOIKI, and you can also join as well. One thing is that we must not relent to tell the world, just as Britain is experiencing a terrorist attack, that we are experiencing that every day. And this is also something that we need to understand. We're going to go to Imo State and let's hear from this new caller as well. Eba Asheni Kiakia in under a minute plus. Go ahead from Imo State. Ekale.
Ọlọ́run Yorùbá nation wa ní fetí gbọ́ lásán ọlọ́àjẹ́ òde múṣẹ fún wa o. Ohun tí mo fẹ́ sọ sí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ń sọ láti àárọ̀ yìí ni pé tẹ̀rí ìtẹ́ sọ pé kí wọ́n máa jáde fún time to time rally ó ṣe kókó ṣe pàtàkì fún ọmọ Odùduwà. Tá a bá lè máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ilé máa tó wa lọ́wọ́. Because bí rẹ̀wẹ̀sì láti mú wa sí àwọn people yẹn á ṣe máa rò pé kìíní yóò kà wá lára sí. Ọ̀tẹ́ wọn bá ti wọ́n pé à ń jáde ní time to time àwọn gámọ̀ pé yes I were very very serious lórí kìíní. Because ó jẹ́ ẹ̀dùn ọkàn fún èmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkan ní òsì ké má online 24 hours at anybody àti tí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ṣe àbí bàbá kí wọ́n rúkọ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe lẹ́yìn gbogbo ẹ̀ pátá kò sí ètí mi ò kí ń wò lórí gbogbo ẹ̀. So pàtàkì jùlọ ni pé ká ṣáà máa try láti lè máa jáde. Ohun Yorùbá lè time to time time to time ká dẹ̀ máa ṣe rally ìyẹn náà àwọn people á fi lè mọ̀ pé yes àmì ní kìíní kì í ṣe eré kì í ṣe àwàdà rárá because báwọn Igbo serious kìíní fà bí wọ́n ṣe serious wọ́n ní ó ń bọ̀ àwọn náà dẹ́dẹ̀ àwọn Igbo wọ́n ti serious ẹ̀ pé tí ogun bá ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí wọ́n ti ní nǹkan ní ìjà tí wọ́n lè fi kojú ìjà yìí wọ́n ti serious ẹ̀ pa so mo fẹ́ kí Ọlọ́run kó ràn wá náà lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run kó jẹ́ ọlọ́run àkókò lágbọ́rọ̀ Ọlọ́run wọ́n lè mọ̀ pé yes lóòótọ́ àwa gan a nílò kíní agbọ́dọ̀ gbà dandan by force by fire agbọ́dọ̀ gbà Ọlọ́run àdẹ̀ fún wa gbà.
Thank you very much. The caller was from Imo State. It shows that the message is getting. I mean, we have a caller from Niger State, from Imo State. Plus 447594050979. Let's see. I think there was another caller that we missed. Let's see if we can get them as well. Hello, caller. Eba, mute the background.
Okay.
Mute the background quickly, please.
Hello, Ekale.
Ekale. I'm going. All right, that call has dropped. Tibani can mute the background. Tibani device meji. Focus the lori, not the other one that you are listening with, because there will always be a kind of mixed up as well. I think I'm just returning. There was another caller. Let's see if we get through to that call as well, and then we can start winding the program down. The most important thing is let us remember that the Constitution is already in crisis. And even if election will hold, there will be a lot of chaos because not everybody believes in that Constitution anymore. Hello, caller.
Hello, Ekale.
Ekale, sir.
Hello, sir, láti location 9.
Everyone's okay.
Yes. Ṣé nípa ti last caller yẹn sọ statement kan. Ó ní rally yẹn, ó ní ká bá lè continue yẹn. Ṣé o pé in my own suggestion ni o pé okay o wọ́n ti mú Igboho ṣá tó jẹ́ leader wa as a youth leader gbogbo ọ̀dọ́ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó ti mú ṣèbí àní leader wọ́n bí wọ́n ti mú leader wa ẹ̀dá àwọn kúkú máa ṣe rally yẹn awareness yẹn èrò láti tọ́ ṣe ní Ìbàdàn ẹ̀ due to pé èmi Àkúrẹ́ lè ní wà màá sọ lórí ètò Àkúrẹ́ lè ní wà wọ́n ẹ ṣe Ìbàdàn ẹ̀ kọ́ńtrà ẹ̀kan pé Ọmọlúkà kan tẹ̀ ṣe ní Òǹdó yẹn tó bá ṣe díẹ̀díẹ̀ kọ́ máa yẹ kí èrò ti kọ̀ọ̀kan pọ̀ ọ̀ literature awareness yẹn orí èmi l'Àkúrẹ́ báyẹn kò sẹ́ni tí ò mú èmi níbi location tèmi wà ní inú Àkúrẹ́ bó jẹ́ little rally yẹn náà ká máa ṣe ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó ń lìdí wa ọ̀nà ti mú sí bẹ̀rẹ̀ èmi dẹ̀ nígbà òkú máa jáde ìrìn àjò ti ẹ̀rì yẹn bó ṣe máa rìn nìyẹn tí ò bá rìn òkò ní bọ́ sójú ọ̀nà tá à ń lọ. So ẹja ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹjọ́ ilé tẹ́bá lè ṣe àti organize ẹjọ́.
Before we end the program again, we're pleading as usual. We're pleading. We continue to plead with the Benin Republic to let Chief Sunday Igboho go. He hasn't committed any offense. And that is something that we have said continuously. We don't know why they're holding him, but we know there's a lot of politics playing around it as well. Let's go to the next caller, 2044. With just about 5 minutes, we're going to end the program. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Everyone's okay.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I really enjoy your program.
Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, I can see. Yeah.
I'm listening to what you read concerning what's it called,
Jonathan, yeah.
Yeah, to me as well, I'm not a fan of Jonathan. Obviously, when he was in power, he messed up. We all know that. So, what he said that people the Yoruba or Nigerians sorry, I'm at work.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So it's a Nigerian
restructure their mind before they can even talk about restructuring.
Exactly. To me, I'm looking at this right.
Okay.
You know why I say it's wrong?
No, go ahead.
if you look at that man, yeah, he actually sending messages to Yoruba kings and Yoruba governors and Yoruba cities and all of that. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, he was speaking indirectly. You understand? And he's a wise man.
Okay.
You understand? And meanwhile, when he said that, he also was in the midst of the enemy of Nigeria. And now, he knew what he's talking about. And look here and check that video that you play, that pastor.
Yeah.
He said the enemy.
The enemies are always always within.
Yeah, the enemy is within. The enemy is not outside. Even Jesus Christ said that he said the man's enemy is from his household. You understand?
Yeah.
So relate that statement to what that pastor said. It's the same thing. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I'm supporting the Yoruba nation, of course.
Yeah.
I really want that to happen from this year. You understand? I really want that to happen.
Yeah.
So we Yoruba want benefit. What are the Yorubas done to Yoruba? That is the question. Okay, now go to youth hospital in Nigeria, in Lagos. It looks like it was still.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, look the incident that happened in Lekki Gate last year.
Yeah.
Who ordered the army to go and kill
The enemy within. The enemy within.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, therefore, before we want to work construction, what have we done? It takes all our things.
Okay.
So, I can check our one.
Okay.
All the Yoruba will care for just to be partying there. Care for what we care for, what we care for our family. Even if you within the pastors as well. The traditional as well, the kings. The other day, I saw a video, only went to down visit the Buhari contraction in Igboho. And what's it called? Buhari was telling Oni that go and tell the rest of the monarch to warn Igboho. That's a big slap on the face of Igboho, and the face of Oni and the rest of the chiefs of Yoruba land. You understand?
Yeah.
For me, what the Fulani is, what's it called? Fulani is.
I'm moving around with impunity.
And all of that, yeah, we say to bring these people to book, people that cause havoc in the country. You understand?
Yeah.
So I will expect to on me to reply to Buhari. Okay, if you are telling us to go and warn our own son, what about the children who are kidnapping us, who are raping our people, including the bandits and all of that?
Yeah.
What would you say about that? That is the message Jonathan is telling you very new people.
Okay.
Actually, Joya will then the party and the empire will structure. Then start restructure your home for. That is what that is next. As a lad, you can't expect it to back on your public and say, okay, this and that, this I should do.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Because of our time constraint, and I guess you will be the last caller. Thank you very much, my brother. And just like every other day, there's a lot of people that are working day and night, just like you're doing, and people back home might not even understand, what you're going through. We can only appreciate you for taking the time out of the work schedule. Okay, I'm sure it won't just be you alone. We must all join on like boat run and make sure we bring it down. Yeah. All right. Oh, it's almost everywhere. It's almost everywhere. All right.
Many people benefit from the education at this point from years ago.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Really appreciate the time as well. Thank you. And that will be our last caller this evening. Once again, thank you very much to every single one of you. Let's quickly go through some of your messages before we say Odaro, and then we'll probably join at Majeure. Thank you very much, Walata. Appreciate. African Confidential. I wish we had a strong body like the Afenifere to give Benin an ultimatum to relieve Chief Sunday Igboho or face a petition against them at the International Criminal Court, and they actually do it. We hope even Ilano will push more to make sure that if Sunday Igboho is released as quickly as possible because he needs to attain a medical attention in Germany. Good evening to you, Mrs. Dada. Good evening, Pastor Mo. Correct preaching from this Ghanaian preacher. We have heard him before. How we wish Nigerian GOs and preacher say the truth. Thank you very much once again, African Confidential, for your super chat. Also, the Olayinka, the Treasury House soon. Nigeria will go down whether they like it or not. I'm just trying to, let me read it from here because my eyes, with this other screen there. So let's quickly say, who is there again? We can all then start saying, Giacomo, in Tomba on let's show you again. Giacomo.
Giacomo! That's it, bro. That's it, I confused. The love is too much.
The love is too much. Thank you very much, Zeke. Thank you very much, James Abbey. Who believe in the movement should contribute. Thank you very much. David Hawks, Yoruba Votron, defender of the Yoruba land. I'm sure YouTube is going to be upset with me using that. I don't know why they get upset. Maybe we change your matola to some work before you can use all this video. Can somebody advise me on that? I don't know. You have to ask. All these videos that they keep saying we are using their video. Keep the purpose of a video, is it not for us to make use of it? And they probably credit it to the person that owns the video. But you can't use the video. Is there kind of a way to bypass it? Because somebody like me, I can't do without making use of videos and to do the presentation. So maybe if you have an idea, please you can send me an email. Our email is not functioning very well. We are receiving emails. We're trying to catch up with the messages on the WhatsApp as well. info@koikimedia.com. We're trying to make sure we can have as many images and all that on the website so that it's easy for you to tell people to go there. You can also go to other websites as long as they're talking about Yoruba Nation and making advantage of it as well. Adeyemi Olaiwola, thank you very much. Only God knows what is really wrong with us and nothing more than ego. Until we put it aside, we may find it difficult to come together. Thanks. Again, who is there? Let's just quickly appreciate everyone there. Billy Kiss, Polake, Mokimbe, Ekale, Africa Confidential again. Yes, that is a good question. Why are we not being provided one account where we can donate into to push forward this struggle? It makes no sense. A lot of people are now getting frustrated without having an account. It doesn't matter how many groups we have. We must have one general pulse where everybody donates the fund into, and somebody that called me and say, Koiki, I need 5,000. And I know that they need that 5,000. I should be able to tell them to go and meet the strategic command center and get the 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira, when they keep coming like that, even when we don't even have it in the first place. So it's quite a bit frustrating, especially those that are calling. If we have the strategic command center, the Yorubas around the world are ready to contribute to fund this movement. The movement needs funding, whether we like it or not, but the funding has to be put together in one particular post, and that is something that will move us forward. Let's quickly appreciate those of you on YouTube, on Facebook as well. Musbao, Lawal, Giacomo, yes, thank you very much as well. Daniel, especially government workers. I pity Yoruba Nigerian army. They are instrumental for Nigeria. Prince Adeleye Oloyinbo, I like Oyinbo, Yoruba Nation now. Odua, color making sense. Example, this kind of some Yoruba kings, we are talking to Yoruba Nation with this their wicked mindset. Breakfast, Obaya. Thank you very much. Ajibade Subaru. Fatima Mustafa, thank you very much. If I haven't mentioned your name, please do not get upset. I appreciate it. A lot of people keep asking where's our Wikonko. From what I'm told, it has been released. I'm sure at the right time it will come out and speak to you as it does in this very beautiful program when the right time comes. Olabi Sheyi, thanks for today's lecture. Ultimatum needs to be given to Benin Republic. Yes, we are not calmed down. Toba Mafindi, 5 days from now, he will be spending 4 months stuck in one location. Think about it. He's fighting for everyone. He's fighting for me, he's fighting for you. And that is why we need to say, we need to, do the right thing as well. Kalejaye Michael, thank you very much as well. And again, to those of you on the Mix LR, we have a few people on the Mix LR. I think one person there, I say thank you for listening as well. And on that note, thank you to all my families, and those of you back home, we love you so much. All hail the Biafra, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, freedom fighter. We will not give up until Nigeria goes into a total disintegration based on so many reasons that the unity of Nigeria is negotiable. It's not working for me. It can never work for you. If it's not working for those of us outside the country, it can never, never, never work for you. We appreciate everybody, all the groups. I do appreciate every one of you. You're working tirelessly. Doesn't mean that you're not working. We say we appreciate you, but let us become the Voltron as we move into the new year, and then we start saying we really mean business in terms of this movement. Like I always say, we are serious about it. We have put everything into it, and we are not backing out. Forget about all these nonsense women and fathers that are in Europe. Àwọn agitator, àwọn kìnìún kan ẹ sọ fún wọn pé orí gbogbo wọn ti gbálẹ̀. Ìlú táwọn ń gbé yẹn, àwọn ló jà fún táwọn fi ń gbé níbẹ̀. Àwọn kan ló jà fún for you to live comfortable in what they call Great Britain. Àwọn kan ló jà fún for you to live in United States of America. Àwọn kan ló jà fún ní Germany, ní Russia, ní China, ní Japan, ní Hong Kong, ní Greece, ní Cyprus, in all over the world. People fought to make sure that you can live there and you cannot be disrespected, even though we know they still call us all sorts of names. And that is why we must say enough is enough to that contraction called Nigeria. Have a very good evening, and I'm sure I will join you when I join you again some other time. Bye for now.
Nick Bubbly. Created by the enemy of black men, then where the black never civilize. Location 9, that is what it is. The country where the leader said the people's glory. They turn their children to prostitute, and the toy boy children to terrorists. Now, terrorists don't take over. Yoruba people say we know they do again. Say hold the true our nation, that is what we want now. Freedom, 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 freedom. Freedom, 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 freedom. Yeah. Location 9, ìlú Boko Haram. Ìlú àwọn hush politician àti S-men. Fake promises every year. Fake miracle everywhere. Fake military anywhere. Now, all the dry people wanna go. The Afro people wanna go. Location 419 need to break for freedom, 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 freedom. We need a freedom, 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 freedom. Free education and audio. Good security na one chance. Over 100 million people don't poor. All my nigga need a job, they know they see work. They want to go to farm, Fulani attack. Don't give me any fucking reason why we no go. Even many people say they wanna go. Freedom, 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 freedom. No back on, you know what to Republic. I just want British came to Africa to come and enslave us, and you call it colonization. láti jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ lẹ bàbá yín. A fool at 60 is a fool forever. Ẹ má sùn.